Five. Every time I do a live video, they say it's not suitable for uh monetization or it's limited. I don't really understand that. I don't get that, but whatever. I don't care. I'm not in this for the money. Although this has been very lucrative, but I'm not in this for the money. So we're gonna cover some random boxing topics. I heard Eddie Hearn say that, well, let's let this thing populate first. Let's let this thing populate. Let's get some people in here. Probably about to order pizza for the kids because I don't feel like making shit. I was goody JKE, was goody Justin, was goody Brown gone one. Yeah, man. So I heard Eddie Hearn say that he's thinking about lining up Kell Brook for Liam Smith. I was good. Tahaka was good. Carlos was good. George. I heard Eddie Hearn say that he's thinking about lining up Kell Brook, provided that Brook beats DeLuca. He might. I mean, DeLuca's really not a world level guy. He never fought nobody world level. It's just a question of is Kell Brook still world level? We don't know. This dude has not had a fight in a while. I don't know why, but it is what it is. He could have fought some domestic level guys. I'm sure Eddie Hearn could have found somebody to keep him busy with. What's goody, MTV Party Boy? What's goody, Darren? What's goody, JR? But yeah, yo, I mean, I don't know why Kell Brook chose to sit on his hands for as long as he did. He need to get himself sorted out. But if he does beat DeLuca, which, yeah, he might. I mean, it's just a question of how does he look beating DeLuca, right? DeLuca gonna go in there. He gonna give it everything he got because for DeLuca, this is the biggest name that he ever fought, I think. So DeLuca definitely gonna come and he gonna do the best that he can. But Brook, if Brook win, Eddie Hearn was like he gonna try to match him against Liam Smith. That's a good fight. I like that fight. I think that'd be a nice little punch up between them two guys. Good UK card. And the idea would be that the winner of Brook versus Smith would go on to challenge Patrick Teixeira. And man, I don't know, man. Brook, I don't know. I just don't know. Brook versus Teixeira. Could he win that fight? I mean, shit, Teixeira, he beat up Carlos Adames. So I don't really know. Yeah, Liam Smith versus Brook is a good fight. Metal box. I like that fight. And like I said, I've been saying it. I would like to see Kell Brook fight the winner of Horn versus Zoo. I think that's a good fight. Like it's fights out there for Brook, man. It's just he being so selective, and it don't favor him to be that selective. Like Brody, you gotta get in there, man. This thing's happening. You gotta have some keep busy fights. You gotta do something with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's goody, Antonio? What's goody, the Texan? Yeah, I kind of feel that way, Carlos. Like, if Teixeira was able to go in there and do that to Carlos Adames, you got to wonder, what are Brooks' chances against a guy like that? What are his chances? Like, I don't know, man. But I don't think all that time off really helped him, though. That's just going. He go in there and he'll give us another Zarafa performance if he keep just chilling out on his couch. Or getting suntans and all that. Like, yo, you got to get in there, Brody. You got to stay sharp. It's crazy out here. But you know. Smoked him and made him watch Terrence Butt. Yeah. Nah, Kel knows Kel has good lateral movement. He's got a good one too, a very good jab. It's just it's a ticker problem when I think about Kell Brook. Like, yo, dog, do you really want to be here? You still want to be doing this? Are you sure? Because that's the question that I have when it comes to Kell Brook. Do you really still want to do this, man? We know you can't make 147 healthy. You see what I'm saying? We know you can't do that anymore. You at 154, a division with no big names. There's no big names there. And because the titles keep changing hands, you're never going to have a big name there. Just when Jarrett Hurd starts to gain enough momentum that he gets a nice hometown fight, what happens? He get beat. Then they give Julian Williams a nice hometown fight. What happens to him? Then he get beat. It's like if it ain't no big names in that division, then that means that it ain't no money fights for you. So I don't know, man. I think it's more money in a Jeff Horn fight in Australia or in the UK than it is fighting any of them in their backyard. And I was good, Ahmed. I'm gonna drop the link in here for anybody that want to join. Speak your mind. But yeah, I honestly believe that there's more money in a Jeff Horn fight than there is in a Julian Williams or a Jason Rosario or a Jamel Charlo fight. Why do I say that? Look at what Horn did with Mundine, and then look at what Mundine did with Danny Green. And that wasn't even their first fight. They made M's off of that. They made millions off of that. Brook versus Horn, yeah, I think that's a good fight, man. I'll take it because it goes back to what I said in the other live when I was talking about that Lou DiBella interview. Lou DiBella said that guys that are at the same level, more or less, should be fighting each other. That, you know, and we don't know that Brook is really on the level at 154 because all he did there was Michael Zarafa and who was the other guy, man? Who was the other guy that he fought? I forgot who he fought at at 154. His first, I think it was some guy who name start with an R, something like that. Nah, that fight don't make sense, Ibrahim, because Broner not gonna fight Brook at 54, and Brook can't make 147. He can't make it healthy. Yeah, that's what they doing. But I mean, the whole Lou DiBella thing is simple, dog. Like that's a simple situation. Lou DiBella knows the inner workings of the PBC. He was in bed with them for a while, helping to promote Wilder's fights. And if Lou DiBella felt that the best way to get Wilder money is to go to the zone, then that tells you everything you need to know right there. That tells you everything you need to know about that situation right there. When Lou DiBella himself felt that the best bet to get Wilder some money is to set up a meeting with the zone, that should let you know everything right there. But yeah, Rabchenko, that's who it was, Rabchenko. He knocked Rabchenko out, but he turned around and looked like doodle against Zarafa. So either it's Brook really ain't on the level, or Zarafa is better than people give him credit for. I happen to think it's a little bit of both. Yeah, I think so too, Ibrahim. I think so too. I'm not like 100% sold. I've had predictions where I was more confident, but I did decide to go with Tugsak Nyambar this weekend because it's like Tugsak, even though he really ain't all that active either, he's the one that has something to prove. Gary Russell think he too special to fight more than once a year. I don't like the sound of that from a world champion. A world champion should not be talking like that. Like, oh, I ain't just gonna fight Joe Blows. Bro, you're not fighting nobody. You can't honestly think it helps your marquee value to fight once a year 5 years in a row, bro. 5 years, the dude fought only once a year. Yeah, Kel versus Jesse would have been all right because Jesse don't hit that hard, but Jesse could box and he's a tough kid, man. He's a tough kid. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Daron, but either way, if the guy that has been orchestrating situations for Deontay Wilder felt so inclined to set up a meeting with the zone because he felt that was the best way to get him some money, that tells you everything you need to know. Nah, boxing is good, Gabe. You bugging out, man. You bugging out. When they paying a guy $85 million for one fight, boxing ain't going nowhere. And two, you got to stop thinking that this is the 90s and the 2000s where boxing is all about America. Boxing is a global sport, dog. Ryota Murata had like 30 million people watching his fight, bro, in his country. 30 million. Inoue versus Donaire did ridiculous numbers in Japan. Boxing ain't going nowhere. It's just that Americans are very cheap. That's really what it is. If you want me to be honest, it's that Americans don't want to pay for boxing. They don't want to have to. It's also, though, that boxing promoters in America keep thinking that they could price gouge people. Like, Brody, ain't nobody trying to pay $75 for no regular fight. If you want that kind of money, it got to be good. The worst part is those kinds of fights are out there. Crawford versus Spence, is out there. I would pay for that. Charlo versus Andrade is out there. I would pay for that. If Davis and Lomachenko was gonna fight, Brody, I'll pay cash money through the nose just to see Lomachenko embarrass that man. I'll pay for that. When Lomachenko and Teofimo fight, if it's a pay-per-view, yeah, I'm gonna pay for that. It's fights out there, bro. Yeah, Jamie, but the thing about UFC is people got to remember UFC is not all of MMA. And when I see people say that, it gives off the misconception that UFC encompasses all of mixed martial arts. UFC is one brand. So that's why you don't see any of that, because it's only one brand. UFC guys don't fight Bellator guys, right? They don't fight necessarily K1 guys. They don't do those cross promotional matches. You either in UFC or Bellator or K1 or one fighting championship. It's mad different federations. So it's a misconception to say that, oh, that don't happen in UFC. Well, of course it don't. That's one promotion. That's literally one promoter. That's one outfit. That's not going to happen. No, you see, Gabe, you see the best of UFC fight the best of UFC. You understand? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that you see the best of UFC fighting the best of UFC. And that's tantamount to me saying you see the best of Top Rank fighting the best of Top Rank. Or you see the best of PBC fighting the best of PBC. Because UFC is literally just one outfit. It's not an accurate comparison. Nah, it's not a monopoly, Alexis. I wouldn't go that far because UFC is not monopolizing all of mixed martial arts. UFC is its own promotional entity that stages its own cards for its own belt. It's not a monopoly because Bellator is still out. It's so many fighting federations out there that people don't realize. Bellator, K1, Risen, one fighting championship. They got all kinds of federations like that. UFC is not monopolizing mixed martial arts. That's another misconception. It's just that UFC is very successful in this part of the world and some other parts, but it's not the only fighting federation. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't think that, real spit. I don't think that. And it's you gotta like. I feel that when people have that kind of conversation, UFC and boxing, they're just being like really childish because those are two different disciplines. You may as well be asking me, do I think that a really good baseball player could also be a really good basketball player? Probably not. Probably not. They're different sports. They're different disciplines that require different regimentation and different muscle memory. The way you throw a jab in boxing is not the way you throw a jab in kickboxing or MMA. It's a different beast. So just for you to get into that kind of occupation, that kind of line of work, you got to want to be there. It can't just be money. You got to love it. And you're not going to love your boxing the way you love your MMA. It's apples and oranges, bro. It's apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? If you love basketball, right? Remember, you want to be a basketball player. If you love playing basketball, and then you might not love football like you love basketball, or you might not love basketball the way you love football, and you might not love football the way you love baseball. So whatever you get into, that's your passion. And that passion is what makes you excel and be better. You know what I'm saying? So a guy that want to kick people in the face, that's cool, bro. That's what your inner rhythm is telling you to do, that you want to kick people and choke people out. That's cool. You probably wouldn't make it as a boxer because your inner rhythm is telling you that, yo, I like to kick people. Somebody else, they inner rhythm is telling them, yo, I like to throw my hands. I like to throw. That's what I like to do. So you got to go with what's good for you and what you feel like doing. That's why you see these people that try to cross over. They always say the same thing, that it's for bread. They're always opportunities and they promote their women better. Yeah, but that tell me that you doing it just really for the bread. If the bread was right on the boxing side, you probably wouldn't even be doing that. And that's, to me, that's the wrong reason, man. I wouldn't go that far, Andre. Once again, you talking about one promotion. I don't know why so many people struggle understanding this. UFC is one promotional outfit, and all they do is fight in-house fighters. It's not complicated. UFC does not encompass the whole of mixed martial arts. The best comparison is UFC fighters fight other UFC fighters the way PBC fighters fight other PBC fighters. Is PBC all of boxing? No. Is UFC all of mixed martial arts? No. So I don't really understand like why that's hard for people to digest. All right, what's good, Adele? I mean, if Fury does that, that's gonna be a hell of a something, bro. If I was good, crazy D3. If Fury knocks out Wilder, that's gonna be, I mean, that'll be crazy, dog. But I'll be honest, I don't know that he's gonna do that because I feel like what brought Fury so much success is his movement, his feints, his herky jerk movements, his boxing. If you go in there looking to knock this man out, that means you gotta sit on your punches and commit to your punches. If you do that and then you get countered, bro, it's night night. It's night night. You risk getting your ass knocked out when you go out there looking for a knockout. You risk that. Nah, it's, I'm gonna say, when you a Bellator fighter, right, Rod? You sign a Bellator contract. Like Chris Cyborg is not fighting in the UFC anymore, right? Why? Because she just made a commitment to Bellator. It ain't gonna be no cross promotional fight between her and no more UFC fighters. Now you fighting for Bellator and what they got. That he could do it, HBU, yes, it's possible. But I'm saying that the probability of him getting knocked out is higher if he go in there looking for a knockout because you got to sit on your punches. If you're not on the balls of your feet, dancing around the ring, and you sitting on your shots, when you get hit, your body going to get all of that. Yeah, but you know Wilder ain't down to travel, man. You know that he would never have that fight in the UK, bro. Like, you know that. Like, with Risen, yes. Bellator does cross promotion with Risen. I'm gonna give you a comparison. Bellator does cross promotion with Risen the way Top Rank does cross promotion with Matchroom and Golden Boy and main events and so on and so forth. I think that the Mongolian, yeah, that's how I have it happening, Alejandro. That's how I have it happening. I think that Gary gonna tag him up real early, but Tuksak is gonna find his way into that fight, and he's gonna knock down Gary a couple times. I mean, like, yo, it's, I know it's gutsy trying to predict the upset, but it's just that Gary has been fighting once a year for 5 years. You cannot tell me that you hungry and you keeping that kind of schedule, that you going out there with the desire and the passion to make a statement and win, and you only fight once a year, and you wondering why don't nobody be looking at you. Well, bro, it's been damn near a year since they saw you. Your name don't have no value. You got a belt, but you don't have no buzz, because by the time you build a buzz, it been a year before the last time we saw you. You think Fury with Sugar Hill make a difference? I don't know, Danny. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm about to fight. This is one PBC fight that I'm gonna actually buy because I'm like, yo, see, that's what I like when I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. Do I think Wilder has a good chin? No, not really. Not really. But Fury go in there looking for a knockout, you might get knocked out. You might get knocked out. And he 31, Lou back 77. He 31 years old. You wasted the best years of your life. 25 to 31, bro. Those is your best years. And you fought once a year for how long? You bugging out. The Mongolians have insane willpower since they pride themselves on their heritage. Yo, I dig it, bro. And that kid, I seen what he did to Eskandon. He beat the hell out of Eskandon. He kicked his ass. Ooh, he knocked him down like 5 times. Tank can't make 130. Yeah, and that's what make the Leo Santa Cruz fight kind of weird. Like, yo, what weight is y'all going to fight at? Because Tank just struggled to make 135. So I know y'all ain't going to have him drop the 130. If y'all have him drop the 130, ooh, might pay the price. Because they haven't picked a venue yet, gun rights. That's why I think it's taking long. They got a bid in from Saudi Arabia to host that fight. But at the same time, they still looking at Madison Square Garden. And it's a situation to where, look, it's probably more money for the fight in Saudi Arabia, but it creates more difficulties. Like, okay, at what time are the people in America going to see it? Because this is more or less a fight that the Americans are more interested in than anybody else. It's not like AJ versus Ruiz, because with AJ versus Ruiz, you knew that the people in the UK was gonna buy that pay-per-view. You knew that bro, they going, if they gotta see it a little earlier, they'll watch it a little earlier, but they want to see. With Teofimo and Loma, the time difference is a little different. So I'm pretty sure that this has more to do with the venue than anything else. I appreciate it, Robin Rickson. Mandaría un salud. Oh, yeah, sure. Big ups to Mexico. Y'all already know. Lo Mexicano. Hermano mío. Is Japan fight for Canelo off due to fear? I don't think it's the coronavirus, bro. I think that they haven't said what the reason was, because I didn't hear what the reason they canceled it was. I just heard that it's a wrap. The talks fizzled out and they're not going to do it. But I think that the reason that they canceled it is because I think Murata's people thought about it and they was like, nah, bro, we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to put Murata in that fight, because if we do, we cashing out. Y'all know Canelo going to beat him. Y'all know that. I got you. I'm going to post a link right now. Why are there no domestic heavyweight fights in the USA that can get fans instant? Here's why, bro, because most men that size in this country usually decide to play football. That's the truth. Most men that are 6'2" to 6'6", they decide to play football because there's more money in it in this part of the world. Lipinets, Abdukakarov. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight. That one and Castaño versus I think it's Castaño versus Teixeira. I think it is. Ring IQ. What's the 122 WBC champion name? Martinez. I think he's pretty good at 122. The champion is Ubali, I believe, ain't it? Ain't the champion Ubali at one? No. I got my divisions mixed up. At 122, who got the belt? Oh, damn, it's 12:30 in England? Wow, dog, it's only 7:28 over here. I forgot who got the damn belt at 122. I'm getting old, man. I'll be forgetting my divisions. Yeah, 122 is damn, how did I forget who the super bantamweight champion is? I got you right here. I'm about to let you on, Yerp. Hey, what's good, Joe?
What's up, bro?
Ain't shit, man. I'm trying to remember who got the belt at 122, the WBC title. Who the hell? Damn, how did I get my divisions mixed up? I know I'm getting old. I know Ubali got the WBC, I believe, at 118. He knew he got the WBA in the IBF. Ray Vargas. Damn, I'm slow. Ray Vargas. How I forgot Ray Vargas. Yeah, he just signed to the PBC, bro. He just signed to the PBC. Ray Vargas got the WBC. Navarrete got the WBO. And the MJ kid, he got the other two belts. The kid that just beat Danny Roman. And I'm gonna add you right now, Moreno. But yeah, yo. Skinny Andy Ruiz or Caleb Plant. Yo, y'all dudes is dumb out here, B. Yeah, I can't believe you know why I forgot about Ray Vargas? Because he went to the PBC. That's literally why I forgot about Ray Vargas. Because I'm like, forget him. He ain't gonna fight nobody now. He ain't gonna fight nobody now. Forget it.
I'm on mute right now, but just let me know.
It was good, Junior.
Just let me know. I'm gonna finish talking right now. Yo, can you hear me?
I got you. Yeah, I can hear you good, yo.
All right, man. Big fan.
I mean,
I've been watching
Lubeck
for a minute. I just wanted to talk about this this whole UFC, MMA / boxing stuff. Like, I'm so frustrated that all these people are so dumb, bro. I just don't understand how they don't understand that UFC involves boxing, punching, grappling, like on the ground, kicking, all this bullshit, and boxing involves your hands, your defense, your legs and stuff, but in a way where you got to move around. Like, I just don't understand how these
I'm gonna say this. The reason that they do that, it comes from a childlike. I'm gonna say that it comes from childishness, because if you really understand the mechanics of those sports, you're gonna realize that they're different sports. You know what I'm saying?
Who want that boxing money?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I agree with that because boxing pays more, and that's the truth. Like, it's a lot of guys out there. Like, Dillian White is getting more money in the UK than the average UFC fighter in the United States.
You got UFC fighters begging for fights with the Canelo, with a retired Floyd Mayweather.
That's true.
Begging for fights because they want money, and that's all it is. The lucrative opportunity to make some money.
That's true. I agree with that because look, after Masvidal, and I like Masvidal. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not a big UFC fan, but I respect Boy because I like how he carry himself. But right after Masvidal had his biggest fight with Nate Diaz, who you seen him calling out? Canelo. I swear to God, and I don't say that just because I'm a big boxing fan. It's the truth, bro.
He knows he can't beat Canelo. Like he knows that deep in his soul that he's not beating Canelo. He just says that because he knows that what comes with that.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Like, he know that, yes, Canelo's fight was delayed so that people would get to watch both fights simultaneously. And that's out of respect, because at the end of the day, who over there got a $365 million contract? Not nobody, bro.
Not even McGregor. McGregor isn't getting that kind of money.
Exactly. So it's like, I seen people saying this and that they was like, oh, that it looks bad for boxing. Brody, if you look at the numbers, MMA is prize fighting. That's what it is. The same as boxing. That's the one thing they have in common. It's prize fighting. But if you look at the prizes that boxers are getting as opposed to MMA fighters, not MMA guys is not getting that kind of money, bro.
Right.
It's not even close.
It's not even career suicide for an MMA fighter to cross over, because look at Conor McGregor. He took an L, against a retired Floyd Mayweather, but still he made a lot of money. It's not a career suicide because it's not an L on the MMA side. They can go back to MMA with their same record.
Exactly.
Now Conor McGregor wants to fight Pacquiao.
Yeah, but I mean, in all honesty, I don't see it happening, bro. I don't see it happening. I mean, I think it'll be nice, because I said this after the Mayweather fight. If this man try to get in there with Manny Pacquiao, Manny is gonna beat the shit out of him, bro.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Pacquiao, 41 years old, and he's still kicking McGregor's ass, in my opinion.
Oh yes, oh yes, and I agree with that 100%. Like, bro, you don't got the gas tank for Floyd, who was being economic the whole fight. Like, Floyd wasn't throwing barely no punches because he knew, bro, McGregor gonna get tired after 6 rounds. I don't gotta do nothing. I'm gonna just let him punch himself out, and I'm gonna wait. If you go in there with Manny fucking Pacquiao, it's so nah, bro. It's
Pacquiao's work rate alone would destroy Conor McGregor. He wouldn't even go back to MMA because Pacquiao would light him up within like 2 or 3 rounds.
For real.
Switching gears, turning it up to a level that Conor McGregor thinks that he's been to, but he's never seen before.
Exactly.
It's a whole different tempo that he's never even experienced. He thinks he knows timing. He doesn't know timing until he's been in there with a Manny Pacquiao.
Word up. And
Hey,
I worry for his neurological.
Hey guys, do you think there's another boxer in the pound for pound list that has a higher work rate than Pacquiao?
I would say, I mean, this is the thing. Pacquiao is a very popular guy, right? So the immediate assumption is that Pacquiao has a higher work rate than most guys, but you got to look at Superfly, you got to look at flyweight. Them little guys throw a lot of goddamn punches, man. Look at
man, like Gallo.
Exactly, Gallo Estrada. Look at John O'Carroll versus Tevin Farmer, bro. John O'Carroll.
Yeah, that's right.
Punches.
El City Salido.
También.
Simón.
In those lighter weights, it's normal for a guy to go in there throwing like 1,000 punches, B. So, shit, if we're going to talk about somebody that got a higher work rate than Pacquiao, yeah, but it's likely the little guys, the really
Chocolatito be throwing like a lot of punches per round. Chocolatito has a high work rate than Pacquiao, in my opinion.
Y también el Chocolatito va a pelear con el Calla Fight.
Va a estar muy buena. Good fight. I got Chocolatito, but I think it's gonna be a good fight.
And I'm not gonna make my prediction just yet, but I'm leaning that way to like, yo, look, Cal's a good fighter. I'm not saying that Cal is a good fighter, is a bad fighter. I'm just saying that he never competed at Chocolatito's level.
You're right.
He hasn't fought like a Carlos Cuadras. He hasn't fought a Gallo Estrada, them kind of fighters. So, so Choco might have enough that he might shock Cal.
I'm gonna make a little comment in Spanish because I don't have the right words in English. May I?
Go ahead.
That's good.
Okay. Creo que mucha gente cometió el error de darle la espalda al Chocolatito González por su derrota con Rung Visay, cuando nos dimos cuenta que Rung Visay es un excelente boxeador. I'll try to say it in English that a lot of people, stop being Chocolatito fans because of that Rung Visay defeat. But Rung Visay is a great fighter.
Exactly.
Chocolatito didn't lose against any slouch.
But you know what? These smaller fighters like a Roman Chocolatito, these guys can take knockout losses and then still come back. Like the smaller fighters' ability to sustain so much damage and then come back strong is so much more prevalent in the lighter divisions compared to like a Sergey Kovalev getting knocked out by Alvarez and then coming back anywhere near the same kind of fighter.
You're right.
And it's because a lot of the reason that people turned their backs on Chocolatito is because a lot of boxing fans are very fickle. If you think about it realistically, he lost to one guy. That's it. One guy in 4 divisions. That's it. 2 fights to the same guy. There's no shame in that. There's really
and a lot of people here in Mexico tell that Chocolatito lost to Gallo Estrada, but that's not true. I've seen that fight. Was close fight, but I think Chocolatito got that fight. Even when I'm Mexican, I think Gallo Estrada didn't beat Chocolatito. I would like to see the rematch.
I'm gonna say this. I'll go as far as saying, because I seen that fight and I see what people are coming from. I see where they're coming from, but I'll go as far as saying, let's hypothetically say that, okay, Choco actually did lose to Estrada. Is there any shame in losing to Estrada in a competitive fight? No. Estrada ain't no slouch.
That's a scout. I mean,
he's actually one of the more underrated pound for pound fighters on the list.
Yeah, but in that weight class, that's a name you want on your resume.
Hey guys, do you think Estrada will fight Are Ancajas anytime soon?
I was hoping he would fight Oka.
Estrada got that injury, and I don't think he's
Damn, he's right. That's right. That's right.
I don't think he's because Ancajas is not a slouch. Like, but Ancajas need to fight somebody too because I don't know what the hell he been doing. I don't know what he's waiting for. But
That's right, Simon.
But I hope he does. I hope he does because everybody can't chase Choco, and everybody can't chase Choco, and Ancajas needs a scalp. Ancajas needs to fight.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Jer, I have a question for you, Jer. From which part are you from? You look like you're from the U.S., but I don't know which part are you from. Hello?
Yeah, Yerp. He was asking where you from, bro.
Oh, I'm from Virginia, man, but I'm living in Oregon right now.
Ah, okay, because the sunny weather right there. I think I've seen it before. I've been in the U.S. a couple of times, but never in those places. I think they're pretty beautiful landscapes and all that in Oregon.
I mean, the DMV is cool and all, but like, I'm just like I'm over like the whole metropolitan area, and I came out here out to Oregon to work on the farms and the cannabis industry, man, and it's really panning out well for me.
Hey, Jared, what do you think about right now the fight this Saturday between Gary Russell and the Mongolian kid? I don't remember his name. Niam?
You know what, man? I really want Gary Russell to pull through, but I don't know if I think when was how many? I haven't really seen this guy fight. He's not consistent enough. I'm
gonna say this. If Niamba was a more active fighter last year, it would have been a landslide for me that he beats Gary. But because it's been a year since Niamba fought, like, I don't even understand that because he only got 11 fights. Bro, you supposed to be fighting, bro. Like, if Gary want to chill, Gary got 31 professional fights.
Yeah.
But why is Niamba with only 11 fights having a year off? That don't even make sense, bro.
And Gary Russell be talking about moving up to 135, but I think he's pretty small for lightweight.
He is. He's small for what he had right now. Because Niamba is a lot taller than him.
Yeah, I think Gary Russell is like 5'4" or something like that.
Yeah, he's 5'4".
Yeah, he's pretty short even for featherweight.
And bear in mind, Gary Russell 31 years old, bro. He ain't 27 out here. He 31. I don't know if moving up is a good, but hey, you know what? He don't want to fight Josh Warrington, I guess, because Josh Warrington said, "Yo, I want to fight Gary Russell." And
that's right. Gary Russell kind of docked Josh Warrington.
Let's put it this way.
I got Josh Warrington in that one.
Yeah, because Josh gets busy. Josh throw a lot of punches. Josh gets busy.
I really want to see how Stevenson fights against Mariaga because I would like to see Warrington versus the winner of that fight, but I don't see if Stevenson could beat Mariaga in an easy fashion.
Well, I'm gonna say this. That's Bob Arum said that's more or less the plan. They're gonna put him in there with Mariaga, then they're gonna see about doing a Warrington fight in the summer. Do I think Shakur beats Mariaga easy? My honest opinion, yes. At this point, I don't know what Mariaga has left. You see what I'm saying? Been beat a couple of times. I don't know what he got left. Shakur want to make a statement. I think he gonna make it. Remember, it's Top Rank, bro. Top rank fighters is not on no applesauce diet. When it's time for them to make a statement, they make it. Look at what Teofimo did to Comey. I didn't even know if Teofimo was gonna win that fight, but look at what he did.
Before the fight, I thought Comey would knock out Teofimo. I thought Teofimo was pretty young.
También, I thought like that's the same thing. Like I thought, I don't know if Teofimo is really ready for that fight because Comey is a vicious puncher, dog. He beat the hell out of Ray Beltran, and Ray is tough, but he was beating the hell out of Ray Beltran. I'm like, yo, who's the toughest guy Teofimo fought? Like really though, like so I ain't know if he was ready, but yo, he made me a believer. He made me a believer.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting Teofimo Lopez to do that to Comey.
I was expecting them to win a decision, but not blow him out exactly like that. You know what I mean?
No, that happened against everybody's expectations. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that for real that Bronner wants 20 million for the fight with this kid? What's the name of Haney? Devin Haney. Bronner wants 20 million for Devin Haney.
Yo, look, I'm gonna order a pizza, so I want y'all to hold down the chat for me because I'm about to order a pizza. Right? I'm gonna mute my mic. Y'all hold it down.
Yeah.
All right.
I already got my pizza ordered, man. I got the Domino's. I got a good deal too. The coupon. I got like for $19.99. I got the 4. I got the 8-piece. I got the bread sticks, and I got
here pizza chain that is called Benedetti's. That is really really good.
I mean, I usually just go through Domino's. Just you know.
Do you have a Benedetti's over there in the US?
Ben and Jerry's?
Benedetti's pizza?
What is it called?
Benedetti's.
Oh, I know.
No.
I think it's only here in Mexico. But yeah, because maybe is there some Benedetti's pizza in United States? Maybe, I don't know.
Man, the best pizza I ever had was Pizza Bella. Like it was a pizza place like over there in San Antonio, like over a decade ago, and like even though the pizza was very thin, it was very soft. It was very good quality. You know, it was like one of those New York pizzas.
Man, this pizza that I got from Domino's, man.
Yeah, New York pizza is pretty good.
I got it made with the Asiago sauce. Like I'm not using regular tomato sauce, but it's got like the Asiago sauce in it. It's got extra cheddar on it, and it's just, man, it's a good pizza, bro.
Jerb, do you like Mexican food?
Oh yeah, I eat it all the time.
Hell yeah.
Here, where I'm from Mexico City, so we eat here a lot of tacos. That's crazy. And here in Mexico City, we have a lot of boxers too. We have a place called Tepito, El Barrio Bravo, which a lot of boxers came from that place. Maybe they're not pretty famous, but we have here a neighborhood in Mexico, in Ciudad de Mexico, that is called Iztacalco. Iztacalco is the home from Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Antonio
he's
Barrera.
from over there, right?
Yeah, Iztacalco, yes, that's right. That's where my father is from. There's another fighter from Iztacalco that is Carlos Zarate is from Iztacalco too. But Iztacalco is like the only place in Mexico that have the 2 champions of the caliber of Juan Manuel Marquez and Marco Antonio Barrera. Both are from the same. I don't know what is the name in English, but they are from the same neighborhood. I don't know how to call it, but they are pretty close in pretty close places. And they both of them trained in the Romanza gym, is where Nacho Bernstein is right now training some boxers. Ray Vargas is from that place too. It's a great Iztacalco is a great place which has a lot of champions.
Yeah, it has a rich history. I know, like Ricardo Lopez, all of them.
Ricardo Lopez is from Tacubaya. I'm from Tacubaya right now. I'm living. He's from this neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
You know, one thing that I like about Nacho Beristain, like he teaches the lead uppercut, the left uppercut, that not a lot of fighters from the orthodox stance can throw. You know, that's like one of the hardest punches to throw in boxing, and like Nacho is the only one that teaches his fighters the correct way to do it.
Yeah, that's right. And Nacho Bernstein, I met him in person, and he's a really nice guy. He's a nice person. But yeah, right now in Mexico City, we have some champions.
I mean, Mexico got a lot of champions, but if I had to say which Mexican fighter I want to step it up, is Zurdo Ramirez.
Yeah, Eleider Alvarez. I won the fight with Eleider Alvarez.
También, que Zurdo, and bear in mind, I was very forgiving of Zurdo because I understood that at 168, 2 of the champions is top-ranked fighters. They not gonna fight you, all right? So I understood that James DeGale wasn't trying to fight him, and David Benavidez, he wasn't really trying to fight him neither. So I get that. I did not blame him for that. But at 175, él no tiene excusa. Like, you don't have no reason that you can't give big fights now.
Yeah, that's right. If he doesn't fight Alvarez, I think he was tiene miedo of fighting Alvarez, you know?
Para mí eso es la vaina. Para mí eso es la vaina porque ya que cuando lo ponen a poner con Álvarez, ahora we hearing rumors that he wants to buy out his contract. We hearing that maybe he want. I know he's his own manager because he fired his old manager and his old trainer. So it's like, bro, what you finna do? Are you trying to go? I'm gonna say this: if he goes to Matchroom and he's willing to fight Bivol, then I'm gonna say that's not a duck because Bivol is a tough fighter. He's a tough fighter. He's well-rounded. He has a good resume. Pero si él está haciendo esa vaina para está haciendo vaina, all right, then I'm gonna say, all right, you duck the later Alvarez, bro.
I think he understands that there's a lot of high risk over there, man. Like with all these 175 pounders, it's a very deep division, and like he came at possibly the wrong time if you think about it.
I have a question for you guys. If Bivol and Beterbiev fought like next month, who you got?
Bivol, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Bivol, Better Beef impressed me because I picked Vosdick to beat him, so he did impress me, but I'm still not sold on him. I feel like Bivol has the tools to work around that power.
Okay. What about you, Texan?
Yeah, I also think that Bivol, he might have like the tools a lot more than Beterbiev because Beterbiev, even though he's has like a couple, well, like less than 20 fights, he really hasn't sharpened as much, you know, as Bivol has been. You know, like Bivol has been facing guys like Joe Smith, Sullivan Barrera. Like he's been a lot more consistent. Whereas
he has a pretty solid resume.
He does, and he doesn't even have. I don't even think he has 20 fights yet, and he fought a lot of good guys. I'm not gonna say that like, and I don't want to sleep on Better Beef because the Vosdick win is a big win, and he beat the shit out of Vosdick. Like he really broke his ass down. So we gotta
a pretty competitive fight.
Exactly, because it was competitive. But I think it goes back to, I think it was Andre Ward that was calling the fight, right? And I remember Andre Ward said that the thing about Vosdick and Better Beef is that Better Beef is treating him like a son because he beat him already in the amateurs.
And this goes back to what Alejandro was saying, you know, about fighters with high work rates. I actually think Beterbiev is up there when you think about it.
Oh yeah. He threw a lot of punches, man. A lot of punches, and he
has some pretty creative combinations like Canelo.
Exactly. Yep. And he hit harder. I think he's probably the most concussive puncher in the whole weight class because I don't know who's really up there with him in terms of power. Like Joe Smith Jr. hit hard, but he don't break you down like Better Beef does. Like Better Beef breaks you down, dog. Even what lands on your arms, that shit hurts.
Yeah. I heard he had like a high record, like in the PSI machines. I don't know how you call them.
Oh yeah, the punches per square inch.
Yeah,
power per square inch. That is.
Hey, what happened with Davis and his legal trouble of, I don't know if it was his wife. He was hitting his wife.
Yo voy a decirlo en español. Ese tipo una basura. Ese tipo no vale la pena hablar de ese tipo. Ese tipo una basura. Él no está peleando con nadie y no va a pelear con nadie. A lo mejor lo que va a pasar, ellos van a buscar Leo Santa Cruz, pelear en un catchweight, and because Leo has a high work rate, he'll fuck around and beat him.
Es bien culo.
If that fight is at 132 or 133, knowing full well that Davis just struggled to make 135, bruh, shit could get real fucking weird. Get real weird out here. Telling y'all.
Man. I don't even know, man. Like Gervonta, he's gonna have some trouble with guys like Devin Haney later on. Matter of fact, never mind about that.
That's if he look, the shit is, I feel like Floyd know that they can't protect this kid but for so long because you really can't make 130 healthy. But at 135, it's mad killers. You really not big enough to move up to 140. And even if you was, there's a lot of killers up there too. They can't protect this kid but for so long. Like
I'm sorry, I don't know what I did, but I'm back.
I got you. But yeah, Davis doesn't have nowhere to go, bro. Like, where is he gonna go? The most they could do is bring up 126 pounders that they got and 130 pounders that they got up there to 135 to fight him. Why you think his first fight at the weight was fucking Gamboa instead of Ivan Mendy or somebody like that? They know what they're doing. It's just that they're gonna run out of options. They probably gonna try to feed him Leo, and if he beats Leo, then maybe they'll give him Mares after that.
Gamboa was giving Davis a run for his money.
No es eso, es que eso fue ridículo que un tipo que nada más tiene una pierna que le sirve puede ir 12 asaltos with what's supposed to be a big puncher.
Yeah, that's right.
Gamboa no aguanta puño, eso se sabe ya, él no aguanta puño, eso se sabe. So Davis must not be that big a puncher if Gamboa going 12 rounds with you. It's that simple. No es complicado.
If you ask me, man,
under the LDBC logic, we could say Robinson Castellanos is a better fighter than Gamboa because he beat him.
La misma vaina que yo dije. Eso es la misma vaina que yo
dije.
Yeah,
that's right. And Castellanos ain't a good fighter.
If we apply that logic, then that would have to make Castellanos a better fighter than Davis. Because I'm like, really? To me, it boils down to this.
Hey, Texan, are you Mexican or you from the?
Sí,
mexicano.
Uh-huh.
Pero de padres o nacido en México.
De padres.
Qué bello.
Y nacido en México, pero no quiero. I don't want to give my location of like where I'm from, pero nací en Mexico.
That's right. Pretty good. A lot of Mexicans in Texas. I have tios, uncles in.
Oh yeah.
Fort Worth.
I'm gonna say this.
It's great, man.
Un año pasado, I would have said that Gervonta Davis would beat Ryan Garcia a year ago.
Okay.
Not now, though.
But not now. That's what I was gonna say. Now, Gervonta is letting himself regress. Like I said it before. When he beat Pedraza, I was like, yo, this kid is gonna be something. And it's downhill ever since. It's been downhill ever since.
Man, a lot of people
I know Ryan.
But right now, right now that Davis' work rate isn't the same. Davis has a pretty low work rate. He punches hard, but he doesn't have like that Pacquiao work rate. You know,
say this. Davis never had a high work rate. It's just that he gets the guy hurt and then he pours it on. But he'll look for a single shot to get the guy hurt. Then he'll start throwing combat. It's the same shit as Broner, bro. That Broner will wait for the opportunity to land a hard shot so he can pour it on. It's literally the same shit. Davis does that. But when Gamboa took the punch as well, it's like, also, you're going to have to do more than that to get him out of there because he was landing. Like, it's not like Davis wasn't landing hard punches. He landed damn near everything he threw. But this dude, he just took the punches.
I think the difference between Broner and Tank Davis is that Broner faced real opposition.
Yeah, but you know what? You know why I don't give Broner that credit? Like, all right, you fought good guys, yeah, bro, but you lost. So I can't call you a good fighter just because you fucking lost. You see what I'm saying? Like, that you had the heart to have the fights, cool. I respect that. But I can't say you nice. No, you're not nice because you lost every big fight you had.
How you call it? En español es una derrota consagrada, como lo que hizo Mikey con Spence.
Eso es lo que es. Eso es exactamente lo que es. Y si Leo Santa Cruz pelea con Davis, there's a possibility that Leo maybe beats him, though. That's the difference.
Could be.
Posiblemente, if the fight is at a catch weight of 132 or 133, and we just saw Davis struggle to make 135, at 133, he might be drained. And we know he can't make 130. I don't care what his trainer said. We know he can't make 130. He not living right.
Yeah. Even if he did make 130, he would lose to probably Joseph Diaz, if you ask me, in my opinion.
I'm not going to say Joseph, but you know why I say Leo? Because Leo is going to feel refreshed that he don't got to make 126 anymore. And Leo does have a high work rate. Leo throw a lot of fucking punches. A lot of punches. That's his shit. Leo is not the biggest power guy, but he throw a lot of punches.
I hope Davis gets a reality check soon because he needed it.
Vamos a ver. Si ellos no lo protegen, vamos a ver. That's why I said in a video that I feel like Davis is going to end up losing at some point to somebody that he's supposed to be able to beat. That's why I said it like that, that it ain't going to be against Lomachenko because he probably never ain't going to fight Lomachenko. He probably ain't going to fight Devin Haney. But it's probably going to lose to somebody that everybody thought he was supposed to be able to beat. And it's not because he never had talent. It's because he didn't do nothing with it. Like
just like when Bronner lost to Maidana, I believe Maidana was picked up because they thought was going to be an easy fight for Bronner.
Exactly.
And we'll see what happened.
I feel like it's that kind of situation. I feel like
he's going to run into one.
Because think about it. If you look at the landscape, at either 130, 135 to 140. Where can he go, bro? Where you going? After a while, you're gonna have to fight somebody, bro. Either that or you just gonna be inactive. They're not gonna be able to conjure up enough fighters for you to fight. Somebody gonna get you. Somebody might.
Agree.
Somebody like that might get him.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I don't trust Davis against a damn Ivan Mendy over Luke Campbell because them dudes still want to win. They want to win. They ain't just there for a check. They want to win. Davis want to be a star, and that's the problem. They got them dudes with a bad mentality, like, oh, I'm a star, bro. You thinking about the wrong shit, man. It's a dude coming here that want to punch you in your face. And
it's like the same mentality that Danny Garcia has. Danny Garcia think he's a big star and all that, but I think he's not even a solid welterweight.
Bro, he has beat
every fight at welter.
Exactly. Thank you, Crenshaw. He has not beat nobody, and I'm not look. Adrian Granados, he not a real welterweight. Brandon Rios, he was faded. Samuel Vargas never did nothing. Samuel Vargas.
I didn't even remember Vargas.
Yeah, like he fought the only people that he beat since getting to 147 is guys that he was supposed to be able to beat. He didn't beat nobody. You didn't beat Sean Porter. You didn't beat Keith Thurman, and those are the two best welterweights that you fought. That's it. And you lost to both of them. And we know why you don't want to fight Crawford. I'm not going to pull no punches. We know why you don't want to fight Crawford because that man will put you in the hospital.
He gonna beat that ass. You already know what it is on that fight. That's why.
And Angel's gonna have to live it down as well because he's the one that's talking shit out of all of them. You know, of Terrence Crawford.
I seen that video of Angel Garcia copping a plea like, "Oh, why you want to fight PBC fight? Because you said come upstairs, bro. You said you got
$1 million.
Word,
$1 million.
I ain't forget that shit.
Right now, Terence Crawford, the Tractors are using the Egis Kabalioska's knockdown as argument.
And this is what I'm gonna say. You gotta be a real boxing fan, right, to understand this. That Egis Kabalioska's was never a bad fighter to begin with. I seen him. All they seen him do was the Ray Robinson fight. Yo, look, dog. I understand that he didn't look good against Ray Robinson. I get that. That's a bad stylistic matchup. A boxer punching versus a pure boxer, it was going to be that way. I did. But one bad performance, just that. Have you seen what he's been looking like before that? The dude hit hard. He's built solid. He's not a little welterweight, all right?
He's a top dog at 147.
He's bigger than Danny Garcia. He's bigger than Keith Thurman. They don't know that. Keith Thurman ain't but 5'7", man. That's it. Danny Garcia ain't but 5'8". Them dudes ain't big.
Crawford got a 74-inch reach too. That's like one of the longest reaches in the division.
And I think Crawford is like a small welterweight. I think he's like pretty whitey and skinny, and he is still fighting or trying to fight the best, even when he isn't the biggest welterweight.
Them dudes, listen, man. And I'm not saying it just on some anti-PBC. I mean everyone but PBC. That means main events. That means Golden Boy. That means Top Rank. That means Queensbury and Matchroom. All the other outfits, they bring along their fighters real good because they put them in risky ass fights. Like look at Queensbury. They got Joe Joyce fighting Daniel Dubois.
Oh, that's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a good fight, and that's the same thing that Matchroom did with Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. They're like, yo, at some point you're gonna have to risk something, yo. Top Rank does that shit all the time. Remember Isaac Dogbay versus Emmanuel Navarrete. That was a damn fight, but that's what they do. Why? Because it's sink or swim, bro. It's sink or swim. Now,
And even when I'm Mexican, I thought Dogbe would beat Navarrete, but
bro, I never saw that. I didn't think that Manuel was gonna beat the shit out of him like that. I had Dogbay. I picked Dogbay to win them fights, and I was like, yo, dog.
And by knockout, I picked Dogbe by KO, even when I'm Mexican. But I thought Dogbe was a better fighter.
And not for nothing, I think Navarrete would probably beat Ray Vargas, and that's why Ray went to the PBC.
Totally, yeah. Navarrete is a great fighter.
And I don't take nothing away from Ray, but I feel like Navarrete, he hit mad fucking hard, that dude, dog. Like he looked like he got bricks in his shit when he hit motherfuckers, man.
And he's one of those long rangey fighters that's real good on the inside as well.
Yeah, and Ray Vargas pretty big for 122, but Navarrete is pretty big for 122 también, you know?
Ray, I think Ray is struggling to make the weight because I know that him and his opponent tested positive for clenbuterol. They said it was the contaminated meat, but for me, I think you know what it is. He's struggling to make the weight. That's what I think is going because he's been there a while. Ray Vargas been champion low key for a little while. Like I think 2-3 years he been WBC champion.
And one of the biggest disappointments in Mexican boxing right now for me is Luis Pantera Neri.
Luis Neri,
man.
But I think that he made it worse. If you want my opinion, he could have found redemption if he would have either went to a different outfit. He went to the PBC and they don't have nobody for him to fight. Like they literally
maybe Rigondo.
No, porque Rigo moved down.
Yeah. He's a bantamweight right now.
Yeah, he about to go fight for a baby belt at 118. I thought they was gonna make that fight. I'm like, you know what? At minimum, if Neri's on that side of the street, he could fight Rigo. But Rigo,
PBC really loves baby belts.
They do because that's because they know Inouye has the real WBA. What y'all gonna have Rigo doing? Fight for a baby belt. Fight for the regular title.
Do you think Inoue versus Casimero is going to be a good fight, or do you think Inoue will dominate
that's
Casimero?
Gonna be a good fight, bro. That's gonna be one of the best fights of 2020. Guarantee you. Watch.
Exactly.
I hope.
Casimero's dangerous, bro.
Man, he knocked out the South African guy. Solani Tete. That's right. And
my boy out, man.
He make it look easy, and Solani Tete is a monster, and Casimero knocked down like it was easy work.
Now you know what it was. I'm gonna say that if that happened to Zolani, it was because they was asleep at the wheel. Zolani had not had a fight in a while. He was coming off an injury. Why are y'all putting this man in there with a puncher, knowing that he hasn't fought in a while? Remember, he pulled out of the World Boxing Super Series with an injury. I think it was a shoulder injury. He didn't.
Yeah, it was like a week before.
Yeah, and he didn't have a fight since that time. How y'all gonna put this man in there with this big ass puncher that knocked out his last 5 opponents? Y'all crazy?
And I predict a very interesting battle for undisputed in bantamweight because I think Nonito Donaire is going to beat Nordine Ubali, and we will have Inoue versus Donaire too. For the undisputed, in my opinion.
PBC picked up the fight, bro. I don't like that. The PBC picked up that fight. What if they signed it? What if the winner of the fight signed to the PBC? Then we ain't gonna get an undisputed fight. We not.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh crap.
We could still, Ring. We could still, if that don't happen though, I still think that it's a good situation if they move Inouye up to the 122 to fight Emmanuel. You feel what I'm saying? If he can get one of the other belts in the meantime, why Inouye take care of this business.
I dig that. What I'm gonna say is I feel if Ubali wins the fight, it's a chance that we still get the undisputed. But if Nonito wins the fight, Nonito might ink a pact with the PBC.
Oh man. No, I hope Ubali wins the fight.
No, I'm telling you, it could happen that way. If it's Nonito that wins the fight, bruh, Nonito doesn't have a lot to prove anymore. Feel me? Like his record, if you know his record, is actually pretty good. He's been a champion in a lot of weight classes. He fought a lot of good people. At this point, I feel like Nonito's just gonna be looking for paydays. So if he beats Ubali and he gets that belt, don't be surprised if he signed to the PBC.
Nonito Donaire is one of my favorite fighters ever, and you know, in 2012 when he beat Travieso Arce, you know, Travieso Arce is a big idol here in Mexico.
Yeah, man.
Travieso Arce is an idol, and I say to my friends that Nonito Donaire was going to beat Arce easy, and they say, "No, you're crazy. You don't know shit about boxing," and you see what happened. And I say, Nonito Donaire is special.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I told people que Jaime Munguia le iba a dar una salsa a Saddam Ali. And they was like, bro, you fucking crazy. Saddam just outboxed Cotto. I'm like, yeah, but Cotto was old. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cotto was old motherfucker. Lo and behold, Jaime goes in there. He beat the dog shit.
Yeah. And talking about Munguia, I think he is right now in between a rock and a hard place because 160 is pretty stacked. He for me is like he's a pretty one-dimensional fighter. He didn't look his best against Spike O'Sullivan.
No, you know what? Es verdad. Okay, voy a decir esto. El lío con Jaime, they need to pick a direction and go in it. The problem before was they was trying to like play with his style. They was trying to make him box a little more when he fought Takashi Inui, when he fought fucking Dennis Hogan.
Yeah.
It wasn't until after that Eric Morales picked him up. He fought Patrick Alati. Y tú viste que ya él estaba poniendo más presión. He was more of a pressure fighter in the Alati fight. So as long as he sticks to pressure fighting, he should be okay. Like you can't try to make a fighter be everything. He can't be a boxer, puncher, and a pressure fighter. You got to pick a direction and go in it. And Jaime, to me, is real good as a pressure fighter. Anything else, y es un fracaso.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have a chance. Not even against Charlo or Derevyachenko or Korobov. I think he's still in the lower tier of 160.
I would pick Jamal to win that fight. I would pick Sergey to win that fight, but I don't think he's gonna fight them kind of guys. I think you know what they're gonna do.
No, not yet.
They're gonna put him in there with Cocaine and shit like that, with Jack Cocaine, them kind of guys. They're not gonna put him.
Well, Cocaine is a pretty rough fighter. All his important fights had been close. You know, he had a close fight with Andrade and with Derevyachenko.
Pero the thing about Cocaine is que él es pequeño. Cocaine is a lot smaller que Jaime, so even though he could give him a hard time, it's still a winnable fight because Munguia has a lot of size, and I dare say he has power.
Yeah, I think Cocaine is like 5'7" or something like that.
Yeah, he's little for 154, let alone 160. But I could see them they're not gonna put Munguia in there with no killer. The only killer I could see them putting him in there with is Golovkin, and that's to build up the Canelo fight. That's the only way I could see that happening. Si no es eso,
Isn't he the mandatory for the WBO?
Yeah, but you know he ain't gonna fight Andre, bro.
Oh yeah,
you know he ain't gonna fight that dude. Like, you crazy? Like, Andre is the real life boogeyman. Nobody want to fight him.
Andrade will school Munguia.
Yeah, like easy too, bro. Like nobody, like, bro. That's what make me feel sad for Andre. He's a good boxer, but we never gonna know how good he is till one of these guys decide to test him. Nobody want to test him because they don't think it's worth it. I'm like, bro, they offered Charlo $7 million. He don't want to fight this man. You can't offer that dude enough money to fight that man. He don't want to do it.
I know a lot of people are not looking into this performance, but I was pretty impressed how he did against Sulecki, you know, dominating every round. And remember, Sulecki made it very close for Danny Jacobs.
Yeah, Sulecki is a good fighter.
I mean, he got a couple of performances like that because Akavov made Billy Joe Saunders look like shit. He go in there with Andre, and Andre can't miss this man. He hit him with that jab all night. He got a couple of performances like that, but it's like till he get in there with a name, we never gonna know what his full potential is, and nobody want to get in there with him.
I'm talking about a boogeyman. I think right now at heavyweight, Dillian White is the boogeyman.
Yeah. I mean, there's an argument. I'm gonna say there's an argument there because Dillian White is a potential revenue opportunity for a lot of heavyweights. This is how you got to look at it. When motherfuckers is turning down cash money, something ain't right. Oscar Rivas was given $1 million fucking dollars to take that fight, bro. Just like that. Like $1 million. He was about to sign a Top Rank up until Eddie Hearn said, like, yo, you got $1 million right here, B. Come fight Dillian in this eliminator. Bruh, most of these other guys don't really want to fight him. The only ones that's willing to fight him is guys that don't got nothing to lose. Like Alexander Povetkin. He don't got nothing to lose.
Povetkin is still a pretty risky fight for every top heavyweight.
Yeah, because if he get close to you in them first 4 rounds, if he get close to you, so bad.
What's the name of this heavyweight that is Russian and he's pretty short and he's in the top 10 heavyweight right now?
Okay.
He's like 6 foot tall.
I think I know what you're talking about because I think I did an episode or I mentioned that guy in an episode. I think I know you're talking about that. He's only like 6'1", 6'2",
and he's dangerous.
Evgeny Romanov, right?
That's right, and he's a pretty dangerous fighter. He's in like a small heavyweight tier like Oscar Rivas or the Dominican Arias.
Yeah.
He's in like a small tier of heavyweights, but I think he's the most dangerous short heavyweight.
He was the guy that knocked out Deontay Wilder in the amateurs.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, that's the guy? That's the guy?
Yep.
Yeah, Evgeny Romanov.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, shit.
He's dangerous.
Yeah, and he's in the rankings, man. Have you seen him there?
Well,
he's in the top 10. Yeah.
I just checked. I checked Transnational and I checked BoxRec, and he's not in those. So he got to be in ESPN or Ring Magazine.
Yeah.
There's this other European heavyweight Grgovic, Philip Grgovic.
Hrgovic, yeah, but Hrgovic, don't expect Hrgovic to fight like nobody good no time soon because he's talking about going to the Olympics.
Oh, come on.
Y'all don't even understand that shit. Like, bro, you already went. The fuck? Like, you already went, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
That's to his detriment, man, because that's going to cost him like, what, 3 years or something like that from pro boxing?
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah.
He plans on doing both simultaneously. That's the crazy shit.
Who you got in the fight of Dubois versus Joyce?
I got Dubois. I know that Joe Joyce hit hard, but the thing about Joyce accumulates damage. You know what I mean? Like he got to hit you like round after round after round. Dubois got that power that, bro, if he connect with that 1-2, it's over. I don't.
Isn't Dubois like a kid? He's like 20 years old, no?
Bro. That kid is he mad young. Like Joyce is a grown ass man. Like he's 30 something. Dubois is like 20 something. B.
Yeah, he's in my age group.
Yeah, Dubois is like 21 years old. He's pretty young.
That shit is crazy, bro. But Dubois has, I'm gonna say that Dubois has the edge in speed, and that's what I think it boils down to.
One of these new, this new generation of heavyweights, I really like is Efe Ayagba. I like Efe Ayagba, even when he I think he doesn't have the strongest chin, because
I was gonna say that I like watching him fight because he's entertaining, but he got a lot of holes in there. Like to me, the heavyweight that I like that's on the come up is Tony Yoka. That dude,
the French guy.
Yep.
I never seen him fight, but I know he's a good fighter.
It's la vaina con él is his quality of movement. He doesn't look like a heavyweight when he moves because he's sharp. He's quick. He's a big guy, like they big guys. He's 6'6", like they 6'6", but he looked more fluid than a lot.
Oh, Tony Yoka is that tall? I always thought he was like 6'3" or something like that. He's pretty tall.
Bro, he's tall, like he's 6'6", like they.
He's like Joshua.
And he's a gold medalist. He got the pedigree.
Yeah, that's that training from Virgil Hunter, man. You know,
I gotta check him out. I'm gonna check Tony Yoka out.
Yeah, he's good, and I'm wondering if I've read that Top Rank was trying to sign him, but I haven't heard if they did already. They need to sign him, B. Like that's the next wave. That's the next wave, B. But yeah, heavyweight. I'm just waiting for Wilder to retire, man.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think every real hardcore boxing fan is waiting for that day because we ain't getting shit with this nigga around.
Yeah, he holding like yo, look, he really legit is holding the shit up, and motherfuckers like really don't peep that. They're like, yo, dog, as long as he's around and he has that belt, we not gonna get that fight, bro. We not, cause he is acquiescent to what Heyman want, and Heyman want to make sure that PBC affiliated networks get the fight, and if they don't, then he won't let them have it. It's that simple.
Just like you want Wilder to retire, I want Pacquiao to retire.
Oh, me too. Because I'm tired
For
of hearing,
good.
I'm tired of people. I'm tired of hearing people use him as an excuse. That, oh, I
Yeah.
want Pacquiao fight. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. If Pacquiao has not called you, he ain't call you, bro. It's up to Manny. So if Manny ain't
I
called,
give him about two more fights, and he'll be done.
Yeah,
Maybe
two more
three,
fights,
but
and that's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty it.
like shit, everybody name dropping Manny. Sean Porter won Manny. Danny Garcia won Manny. Errol Spence won Manny. I'm tired of that shit.
Is Errol Spence going back soon? You think he's going to be back in the ring soon?
They talking like he about to come back. So I mean, all we could do is assume that he is gonna come back because that's how they talking. They showed that he was in the gym and he was about to hit the treadmill. So
I
I'm
don't take their word for shit, bro. He done said so much shit that he done reneged on, bro. You can't take his word for
Because
shit.
right now I
so
think
unless
Errol
you
Spence is
see-
that much goods.
listen, it's entirely possible because remember, just like motherfucker said in the last video, when Felix Verdejo came back from that motorcycle accident, he was not the same fighter.
Yeah.
Not the same. Yo.
And Felix Verdejo is way younger.
Exactly. And he don't have an alcohol problem. Shit.
But
That's
you
right.
He got an
like
adrenaline problem. You feel me? He like riding motorbikes and shit. You feel
Them
me?
motorcycles is like motherfucking kryptonite to boxers, man. I don't know.
Oh
Chico
yeah.
Corrales.
Man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Diego Corrales.
Yeah, Diego Corrales.
Man. Shit, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking,
But
but
Paul Williams was in a motorcycle crash too, I believe.
Felix should have known
Yeah.
better, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul Williams, bro. That's my boy, man. He was supposed to do great things, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. That's a shame.
B, but yeah, I just the Spence situation is so fluid that I don't necessarily believe what they're saying. It's just that I have to acknowledge that that's what they're saying, that he finna come back. So
Right.
until I hear something else, I just gotta rock with that.
Honestly, man, like I want to hear how his sparring is going, like within these next couple of months, before I try to see like where he's at right now.
Hey, there's a question in Spanish for you, Julius, that says, ¿piensas que Verdejo estaría a nivel de Lomachenko si no hubiera tenido ese accidente?
No, yo pienso que el nivel de él hubiera sido similar a Teofimo.
Okay.
I think so too.
I think he would have been where Teofimo is right now if the accident didn't happen and he didn't get shocked. That's where I think he would be at. Because for what it's worth, before the accident, he did look all right. He did look all right.
And I was riding with Verdejo. Verdejo was one of my favorites back then. He was pretty promising and talented.
And that's another thing about injuries, accidents with fighters. They might come back and never look the same. And then any losses they take, it's almost like the winner of that fight doesn't get the credit they deserve. Because, that guy was shot or he was in an accident or so on. You get me?
How they tried to do with Crawford and Benavidez.
A bad knockout in the first round. He's saying it was Kermit syndrome, but no, it was Maravilla Martinez. Yeah, Sergio Martinez in 2009. And Quintana knocked out Paul Williams? I didn't know.
What I'm gonna say is, when it comes to Arrow, I ain't gonna believe shit till I see it. That's all I can say.
El Indio Quintana. Yeah, Quintana knocked out Paul Williams too.
Yeah, I don't think did he knock him out, Ring? I think he beat him, but I don't remember if he knocked him out, but he did lost versus
Quintana and Maravilla Martinez. But
yeah, Martinez did knock him out cold.
Quintana was an upset.
Martinez knocked him out cold.
Word. I ain't forget that one. He's
Indio
like,
Quintana, yeah, that's right. But Indio Quintana upset Paul Williams. That was an upset. That wasn't expected.
Yeah, it was.
Did
Yeah,
they
it was.
rematch?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think they had two. I'm not sure.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Quintana won the first one, and P. Will won the second one.
Quintana was Boricua, no? Puerto Rican.
Ese apellido, sí. Él fue
Yeah.
puertorriqueño.
But Martinez knocked out Paul Williams, and I think there's no shame in it because Martinez was a great fighter.
Yeah, Sergio was that dude for a time. Sergio was that dude, man. For a time, shit. Ain't no shame in that. It's just that's one of them fucking highlight reel knockouts. It's like, goddamn, dog.
Is that true that before the accident, Paul Williams was going to fight Canelo?
Yep.
I heard something like that. I remember hearing that, but I don't know how much truth it is in it.
Mm.
En esos tiempos, Canelo no estaba peleando con esa clase de gente.
No, ni de chiste.
Ajá, que imagínate, like, he was a killer, bro. Like, Canelo wasn't fighting them kind of people at that time, man. Yeah.
That was like in 2009. Canelo was just starting at that year.
Hey, a lot of great fighters at 147 that moved up though, they got crashed though. Felix, Trinidad, Paul Williams. I mean, it's a lot of good fighters that went up besides Floyd. You feel me? Exception of Floyd, but everybody else pretty much went up and got beat.
When Felix Trinidad went to 154, who did he fight? Hopkins, no?
No. He fought fuck, man. How did I forget this fucking guy's name, man? Fernando Vargas. No, eso no fue en el 54.
Sí, pero Fernando Vargas perdió, ¿no? Con Trinidad.
Sí.
Te menciona Mob que cuando Trinidad subió a 154 le ganaron, pero yo estaba pensando que fue Hopkins.
That was 160 with Hopkins, bro.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
160.
Yeah, 160. Yeah, Hopkins beat Trinidad 160. Winky. What was Winky right? Here in the comments are telling that was Winky. For real, Winky beat Trinidad. Didn't know that.
Winky was the man. He was a great fighter.
Winky, pretty underrated fighter.
That wasn't at 54 with Winky. That was at 160. That was mad fights after that was like 5 fights after that was at 60. Like that wasn't at 54.
And Winky's pretty underrated.
Yeah. But Winky, like, if you know boxing, you know Winky, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know boxing, you know Winky, right? But that wasn't at 54. Shit, that was after fucking Hopkins beat him.
Provecho, Julius, provecho.
Sí, ya tú sabes, tú me oyes masticando.
provecho.
Yeah. Well, see, the fight with Winky was years after he left 54, man.
I was like pretty young when those fights take place, because right now I'm 26 years old, so I was like 6 years old at those times.
Yeah, I think I was like in my teens or my preteens when them fights happened. Shit, no, matter of fact, I'm bugging out. When he fought Hopkins, I was in college. I'm fucking old, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty long time ago. That golden era of 154.
Yeah, it was a good division. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it's a bad division now. I don't think 154 is a bad division. It's just that nobody stands out. I can't say that this guy is better than all them guys when everybody keep losing to everybody else.
I ride with Jake Rock Williams, and I could tell Jake Rock Williams is my favorite 154 fighter, but man, he just lost against an underdog.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I respect, like, out of all the PBC's junior middleweights, I like Julian the most because of his character. But as far as trusting him, bro, you wasn't supposed to lose no damn Jason Rosado.
That was a cherry pick for him, and he lost.
That's what I'm saying.
Does he have a rematch?
That was like Jeff Horn against Pacquiao.
Word. Like, yo, you're not supposed to lose to that dude.
Yeah, it's crazy, I know.
He's on the bottom. But yeah, he wasn't supposed to lose to that dude. That's supposed to be a cakewalk. They gave you a homecoming fight so you could look good, and you go in there, get knocked the fuck out.
But right now we
Yeah.
are having that good fight against Castaño and Trexeira. That's
Teixeira,
going to be
yo no,
good.
yo no sé si esa pelea va a pasar porque Castaño es for PBC.
Pero ya la ordenaron la WBO, ¿no?
Lo ordenaron, pero eso no significa que lo van a hacer.
Ahora sí que de eso a que le hagan caso, pues ya no se sabe.
Bueno, mira, ellos ordenaron a Jared Hurd que le dé una revancha a Erislandy Lara y todo el mundo se lo olvidó. Esa pelea nunca pasó. So, porque el WBO ordena esa pelea, that don't mean it's gonna happen, bro. Castaño PBC guy.
Chris Aponte says, respect to your Dominican champion, Ring IQ. I think he's happy for that Dominican win.
Mira, Jason, que Dios lo bendiga. Está bien, que Dios lo bendiga. Pero tú y yo sabemos que esa vaina, that was just some, like, yo, dog, that was some lucky shit, bro. Like, it was
Like
just
a
your
fluke.
night. Yeah, like, it was just your night. Yo no tengo confianza en ese muchacho con Teixeira. Es más, con Carlos Adame, yo no tengo confianza en ese muchacho, que si fuera Jason Rosario con Carlos Adame, yo me voy con Adame.
Oye, pero que Adames tuvo igual.
Oh shit, he cut off.
You sound like it.
Man, but doesn't he have a rematch clause though with
Yeah, Julian, the shit is Julian. This is the funny shit, right? Julian Williams has a rematch clause and he could activate it. The problem is Samson Lukowicz said that Jason has a mandatory. Well, if you decide to fight Julian when you got a mandatory, then you're gonna have to sacrifice one of your belts. It's the same as the Fury shit. When Fury won the belts, like, bro, you got a mandatory lined up. So even if Julian activate that shit, you still got to deal with your mandatory.
Who would you guys take in the rematch?
I don't know that Julian can improve enough because he shouldn't have lost. I don't know what went wrong, bro. That's why I probably wouldn't even pick nobody in that rematch.
It's because like Julian, he has this issue of inconsistencies at times, you know, because there's times in his career where he looks like absolutely great at like his skill set, but then like in fights like with Ishe Smith, I think he has like some very lethargic performances, you know.
Oh hell, I forgot about the Ishe Smith fight. That I was like, yo, why is he struggling with Ishe Smith? Like Ishe is past it, bro.
Ishe was never like a great fighter in the first place.
Nah, but
he's like a solid gatekeeper.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
He's solid gatekeeper. That's right. He was like a Gabe Rosado.
Nah, I'll say he's a cut above a Gabe Rosado. I'll say that.
Yeah. Agree.
But if Julian fights Jason next, de verdad, I wouldn't even pick nobody because I can't tell you what went wrong with Julian. Like, bro, you supposed to be better than that. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I legit don't know what happened. So I wouldn't pick nobody in the rematch. I'm be like, yo, I'm gonna just watch that shit. I ain't picking shit because I don't know what the hell went wrong.
And just like you told before, that PBC is going to be making that merry-go-round with these three fighters, like Hart, J-Rock, and Rosario.
Yep.
You know, fight them each other, and man, that's pretty boring of them.
Mira, más malo que si Erislandy Lara pelea con Jason, el Lara tiene chance para ganar.
Sí, debería aprovechar.
And that would be the merry-go-round that the belts went from Lara to Hurd to Williams back to Lara. Shit is crazy, dog. Shit is crazy. And forget 175, dog. They're gonna play hot potato with that fucking baby boat.
yeah, that's right. With Marcus Brown, Jean Pascal, and this other kid, Badu Jack.
Sí, porque mira, esta es la vaina. Antes que Pascal ganó ese cinturón, Pascal already lost the Bivol. So, and the belt that you got, the only good use for that belt is if you're gonna fight Bivol. But you're not gonna fight Bivol because you already lost the Bivol before you fought Brown.
Yo, I was gonna ask you about that situation, man. Like, is Bivol still the super champion? Because like a lot of people have been putting out some misinformation that it's actually John Pascal, or you know.
No. Bivol, you could go to the WBA's website, bro, and I did a video on that. Bivol is the super champion. He's the super champion. He has the only version of the title that somebody could unify.
Yeah, Pascal's got the baby belt.
Exactly. Pascal got the baby, regular, whatever shit. And the only purpose of that belt is as a segue like Bivol. But you already fought Bivol and lost. So forget it.
Yep.
And Brown
And Pascal is like 40 years old or something.
Yeah. And Brown is an idiot because Brown, he had that belt before Pascal. Obviously, he lost to Pascal. But why the fuck was you fighting Pascal when you wasn't trying to fight Bivol, bro? So you could lose to Pascal. This shit is retarded. Like what's dumb shit? Like, bro. So basically, you another one that lost a fight that you were supposed to be able to win.
Yep.
That shit retarded, man.
But yeah, man, those mandatories.
Well, the good thing for Bivol is that at least he's free to unify. So if all the talks that's going down is legit, that they trying to make that better be fight,
they're gonna be good.
That's gonna be a good fight. Like legit, I'm leaning towards Bivol, but yo, when you hit like better be, anything can happen, bro. Anything can happen.
But Better Beef is in his mid-30s. He's not that young.
Yeah, he's only a year younger than Kovalev.
Oh,
he's not that young, bro. He's only a year younger than Kovalev. I think he's like 35.
And
like
talking about old fighters, Golovkin is going to fight his mandatory
Ceremata.
Yeah, that's right.
He's gonna fight him in Chicago. But we all know, like, bruh, that fucking Derevyanchenko fight took a lot of that was a hard ass fight for him, dog.
Yeah. Triple G's looking his age nowadays.
Exactly. Like I knew it was gonna be a good fight, but I ain't think
Derevyanchenko took Golovkin's soul in that fight.
Yes. Like every time Golovkin went to throw a jab or throw a power jab, Sergey followed up with a 3-punch combination. I work in this man. I'm like, yo, dog.
And after that fight, no, all middleweights won a fight with Derevyanchenko because he's pretty tough fight for them.
Is that I'm gonna say the only other guy at 160 that's a boogeyman is Sergey. Besides Andre, is Sergey. Nobody's gonna take that fight unless they fucking have to, because they know, like, yo, this dude, he is coming here to fuck me up. I'm not fighting him. Not fighting him, B.
What do you think about Crawford going up in 154? Is he too small, or is a good weight class for him?
If he went up there right now, he'll be too small for that crop of junior middleweights. But when the next wave of junior middleweights moves up, and it's gonna be guys from 47, then he'll fit right in. This crop right now, he too small for them guys. Yeah. 5'8". You got guys up there that's 6'1", 6'2". Fucking Willie Nelson was 6'1", bro. Big ass fucking junior middleweight.
Yeah, that guy was pretty big for junior middleweight.
Yeah, Tony Harrison is like what, 5'11", 5'11" and 6'1". Like Crawford too small for that weight. For the crop of guys that they got there right now, he too small for them guys. Y más malo no vale la pena. Why? Because most of the belts is with the PBC anyway, so it's the same situation that you dealing with at 147.
Sí, incluso creo que lo mencionamos en la plática de que incluso Crawford es pequeño para la 147.
Sí, él no es grande. He's not Bigfoot. Like, yo, look, Oscar de la Hoya, Felix Trinidad were bigger than 90% of welterweights today. All these guys is little guys.
Yeah.
Felix was 5'11". Oscar was 5'10". Who's the tallest guy at welterweight right now? Errol Spence? That motherfucker ain't but 5'9".
Yeah, he's pretty short in comparison to those guys.
I'm gonna tell you, this crop of welterweights cannot move up as easily to junior middle and middle the way that Oscar and Felix did. These
Agreed.
These guys are max out at junior middleweight, and even that might be. Imagine Keith Thurman. Not that he going to do it, because he said he ain't going to do it. But imagine Keith Thurman trying to go.
Keith Thurman is pretty short. He's my size. I'm 5'11 and a half.
And I'm telling you,
And I'm not a big guy.
bro, most people don't know Keith Thurman ain't but like 5'7", 5'8". Most people like, yo, he is not big, dog. Neither is Danny Garcia. I don't know why Danny Garcia want to go to 154.
Man, he's gonna get liberated in 154.
That's what I thought, man. He's small for a welterweight. Like 140 is where he looked his best, and at the right size, you know.
Danny Garcia is gonna be food for 154.
Very few of the welterweights are athletic like the guys at 154 pounds as well. The only guys that are like that are Terrence Crawford. That's very athletic.
Yeah, that he could. I mean, you gotta have in order for one of those little guys to make it at 154.
But there was one video of Julius.
Porter's like a Tasmanian devil.
Julius says something like, like you could be the best and most athletic boxer in your weight division, but when you move up,
yep.
You're dealing with bigger fighters that have been dealing with bigger men. And you were talking, I believe you were talking about Usyk. That Usyk is a skillful fighter. He's a pretty great boxer, but he's dealing now with the big boys.
De verdad. Y recuerda que the heavyweight division, it doesn't have a cap.
That's right.
Your last opponent might have weighed 225. Your next opponent, motherfucker, might weigh 278. It ain't no cap. So it's different. What you did at cruiserweight, yo, that's amazing. Fantastic. I don't denigrate it at all. But the heavyweight division is arguably the most dangerous division. Motherfucker ain't got to hit you but one time, and that's it. That's it, once.
Yeah.
Because you fighting motherfuckers that could weigh anywhere between 225 to 278. There ain't no cap.
And who you got in the Chisora versus Usyk fight? You think Usyk will beat Chisora, or Chisora pressure will be too much for Usyk?
De verdad, lo que yo voy a decir, if you guys saw the Chaz Witherspoon fight, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys see every so often that Chaz landed something, that he was getting something off? Like, yo, Usyk whole body moved, like his whole body.
Yeah.
I don't think he's fully acclimated to heavyweight. All you did was fight Chaz Witherspoon. Derek Chisora does not come to box. He coming to fuck you up.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what he can do.
Like, he will treat Usyk like a small man. So he'll lean on him, rough him up, use his strength, use his size. So it look like a boxing match only at times. Other times it just looked like a bit of a dogfight. And I think Dylan would do the same. A lot of these big heavyweights would use their size and strength, and it would literally be about Usyk trying to outbox these boys. And I don't know.
And even when Chisora, yeah.
Look at the Spilka fight, right? And Spilka, I'm not saying that Spilka is a good boxer. I'm saying that he's very athletic. Like, Spilka could be tricky. He's a tricky southpaw. Derek Chisora mowed him the fuck down, bro. Easy. Like, bro, get the fuck out. He got that motherfucker out of here, dude.
Even when Chisora is in the shorter heavyweight spectrum, he's pretty big. He's heavy. He's fat.
Yeah, because he's not if you've seen a picture of Usyk and Chisora, it's not that Chisora is taller than Usyk. It's that he's a bigger bodied guy. Like, he's a big body guy.
Yeah, naturally too.
When he bearing down on you, throwing them hooks, bro, that's different than fighting Gassiev. That's real different. And
Chisora is a heavyweight that likes the offensive brute. He's an offensive fighter.
Exactly.
Ofensiva bruta.
Y la cuestión es si Usyk puede con un tipo así que no le importa un cojón aguantar un puño para tirar un puño. Because Chisora's not coming in here to jab with you, bro. He coming in here to fuck you up. So either you gonna fuck him up or he's gonna fuck you up. Because he don't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, Chisora has like 10 losses. He doesn't have nothing to lose.
That's why I wanted him to fight Chisora instead of Parker, because Parker not gonna go after him like Derek would.
Nah, Parker would box.
Yeah,
and give him opportunities, but Derek is gonna try and dog him. You know, that is, I really want to see that fight, because you'll know what Usyk's really about at heavyweight. Because I don't think he keep Derek off of him. So unless he can box for 12 rounds, but I really don't think he can. I would take Chisora in that fight.
But see, that's why it's a good fight, because at the end of the day, look, reality is Derek has been in there with Usyk was not a big puncher at cruiserweight, right? Derek been in there with motherfuckers that hit hard. Like David Price got a glass chin, yeah, but that motherfucker hit hard. All right, what Derek did, mow that man down. Like, man, fuck your power.
And now that you're telling that Chisora being with Fury, with White, with David Price,
Klitschko,
man, Chisora has a resume. Yeah, maybe he lost that fight, but he's been there.
And it's the same shit I said in the video. What makes Derek dangerous is Derek does not have an O to protect. All right, he is coming here to get paid and fuck you up.
Yeah.
It's either you gonna fuck him up, or either he gonna fuck you up, or you gonna force him to fuck you up. It's one or the other, but it can't be both. You cannot chess match this dude for 12 rounds, bro. Or that's the other thing. Maybe Usyk will be more acclimated to heavyweight. I don't know, but that's what makes it a good fight. The fact that I don't know, dog. All you did was fight Chaz Witherspoon. That's it. He ain't no, I mean, like, nothing against him, God bless him, but he ain't nobody. Beating him don't tell me shit.
Yeah, vamos a ver si puede con la ofensiva bruta de Chisora. Vamos a ver.
Man. Yeah, man. That's why I like watching his fights, because he wild, B. He wild.
Yeah, he's an alpha.
Yeah, I knew when they first announced White versus Chisora, I knew, like, yo, this shit.
Hey, Julius, I'm sorry. The DA leader is saying he's in backstage.
Oh, let me get him in.
Yeah, man. I was also gonna jump off too because like my phone is gonna die, but I'll catch y'all later with some good talks around here.
All right, but I'll holler
Peace,
you,
bro.
All right, what's good, leader?
Peace.
Hey, yo, what's going on, man? This is the leader, man. What's going on? What are you guys talking about, man?
We
This is my
talking
first
about
time out here, man.
Chisora versus Usyk.
Chisora versus Usyk and how Derek Chisora is going to test that chin.
Yeah.
That's what that man do.
Hey, yo, Ring IQ, man. Like, not to get out of subject or anything, man, but I've been seeing, like, this is my first time, like, seeing your channel and stuff, man, but I see, like, somewhat of an anti-PBC sentiment going on, man. What's up with that, man?
I don't know. I mean, specifically, what are you talking about?
No, but I don't know much about your channel, man, but from what I've seen on the comments, and I think I see, like, 1 or 2 videos, man, it seems like you're coming at the PBC like some sort of way.
I mean, if we're going to discuss it, we're going to have an open discussion. Yes, I'm very much against the PBC because I have been watching them year after year since their inception block fights.
Can you give me an example?
Rigo versus Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, but wasn't that a Golden Boy situation?
Golden Boy said before. Here's what happened. They was in the middle of negotiating that fight between Rigo and Leo Santa Cruz. Now, Oscar said it first, that the reason the fight didn't happen is because Al Heyman bought out Leo Santa Cruz's contract to prevent them from making that fight. Nobody believed Oscar because Oscar's a cokehead. Nobody believed him. After that, Leo Santa Cruz, and if you've seen the video, then you will have seen the source article that I used. Leo Santa Cruz himself confessed that, yes, Al Heyman didn't want me to have that fight. He said nobody would be interested in it. That's one fight that they blocked. Do you want me to name another?
Well, that's a good one, but come on, man, you can't really believe Oscar. So you're believing Oscar's word.
Bro, I just told you. I don't have to believe Oscar. Leo said it.
Yeah, man, but come on, man.
Come
you
on,
can't blame that.
Bro, you just
PBC wasn't even made, man.
We know you pro PBC, El Jefe. I know
who's this, man.
Now let him talk, man. Leo, listen, let him talk. We ain't got to run in.
No, because I never heard about this dude, Mob. Who's this?
Nigga, this is Gun Rights Mafia, homie. I know who you is. You be on bullshit.
Okay,
you be
yeah,
on
okay,
B
man.
shit.
Oye, yo soy mexicano. Don't hate me.
But
now I know who this dude is. Gun Rights Mafia. Okay.
All right, cool. Look, bro, you want me to give you like an itemized list of different fights that they have been blocking over and over and over? Because all you're gonna do, what it sounds like you're gonna do, is ignore what I'm telling you. If Peter Quillen did not defend his title against Matt Korobov, that was because Al Heyman told him not to. That was because Rock Nation won the purse bid, and he didn't want to do no dealings with Rock Nation because Al Heyman had beef with them. So he told Peter Quillen, vacate your title, and we're gonna have you fight Danny Jacobs.
Oh man, it's hard for me to talk about Peter Quillen because I'm a big Peter Quillen fanboy.
I like, yo, dog, I could go on. But if you want to know what my issue with the PBC is, it's their business practices. It always has been. It always has been. I say it all the time.
I understand that point of view you're trying to say, Ring IQ, but it's not all situations that it's PBC's fault. But I understand the point you're trying to get across.
I mean, I can name multiple situations, not just the
How do you feel about the Deontay Wilder, AJ, the whole saga?
That's a simple situation, dog. Al Heyman has made commitments to Fox. I mean, before it was a commitment to Showtime, but really now it's a commitment to Fox. And unless that fight is going to happen as a Fox pay-per-view, then that fight won't happen. It's that simple. They want to stage it as a pay-per-view in America. And the problem with that is, if you try to stage it as a pay-per-view in America, Fox is not going to guarantee a UK fighter that never sold a pay-per-view in America $85 million. They're not going to do that. But Anthony Joshua himself is used to getting those kind of guarantees. So if you're not going to guarantee him that kind of money, then he's not going to cross over to fight you. That's always been the issue. Anthony Joshua has pay-per-view money in the UK, guaranteed money via DAZN. Whereas what the PBC want to do is they want to bring fighters over. But unless you're going to guarantee the fighter the kind of money that he normally make, he's not crossing over. Why would he?
And they are telling you have to come to the side of my street to get that fight. But man, we didn't get Santa Cruz versus Russell.
Exactly. That's the other thing, that it's not even a question of crossing the street when it's guys that have been on the same side of the street for years and haven't fought. Errol Spence wanted Keith Thurman for 1 million fucking years and still hasn't got him.
Yeah, but what Al Heyman does, he puts you in the best.
Gary Russell has wanted Leo Santa Cruz for 1 million fucking years and still hasn't fought him.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is Al Heyman puts him in the best position, man. It's up to the fighter to step up or not, man.
Bro, I didn't ask you what Al Heyman does for fighters, though. How is that supposed to be justification to a boxing fan as far as...
No, because I'm talking about PBC, the organization. I'm not talking about certain fighters, because I know certain fighters are duckers.
Okay, I'm going to put it to you another way. Do you think that Al Heyman put Peter Quillen in the best position by having him vacate a title, his title, only to get beat by Danny Jacobs in one round? Was he in the best position?
That's a tough one, man, because if you were to put him in with Korobov, he would have got his ass kicked by Korobov.
We don't know that, bro. We don't know that. He got his ass kicked for a baby belt. That's what we know. That's what we know.
Why get your ass kicked by outside fighter when you could get your ass kicked by inside fighter? You know what I'm saying?
Because this
in-house
is fighter. Because this is boxing. Are you new to boxing? Cross promotional fights have been happening since before the inception of the PBC.
I understand that, but the PBC is a different type of brand, man. They want to be like the UFC of boxing.
Well, here's the thing about the UFC. The UFC does not monopolize MMA. And the UFC's fighters are not ranked alongside Bellator's fighters. They're not ranked alongside them. They're not part of the same rank standing.
Or one fighters.
Wait, because
hold on. They're not monopolized, man. But they're like the head honchos of the MMA world. You know what I'm saying? They're like the Walmart, basically.
No, I mean, no, I don't actually, because in Japan they watch a different fighting federation.
Oh, come on. I'm speaking about America. We live in America, not Japan.
Bro, don't come on.
I don't live in America.
Don't come on me if you don't notice that in different countries around the world, they have all different fighting federations that have their own following. And the only reason that you're highlighting UFC is because you live here. And that's what you know. You don't know about K1. You don't know about Rizin and One Fighting Championship and K. You don't know nothing about those. You don't know nothing about them kickboxing tournaments.
But
you know something.
Ring IQ, man. Where do you live, bro?
My point.
Do you live in America or do you live in Japan, man?
I live in Mexico, and here in Mexico, UFC is a failure.
Silly.
But that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, what is your point? That Al Heyman wants to make PBC like UFC? Is that supposed to make it okay for them to block fights? Because that sounds like what you're saying. How do you?
Hold on, give me a minute. I'll be back, man. Hold on.
I got a question. How do you, as a boxing fan who wants to see fighters fight in certain fights, how do
Hey,
you
that's a dog. That's a
He
dog.
don't ring. That's what I tried to tell you. I didn't mean to interrupt you or him, but that's what I try to tell you. That's what he be on the other channels that I be on, bro, and he's pro PBC. Just understand that when you're trying to argue or get your point across to that
Well, he
dude.
didn't. I mean,
Letting
bro,
you know that.
I'm gonna say this. He didn't answer a single question. He said they put their fighters in the best position. What the fuck that got to do with me?
Exactly, bro. He never does. He
Like,
never
what
does, bro.
does that have to do with me? You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of like I said, it's people out there. Look, believe it or not, it's people out there that they so susceptible to the power of suggestion that they really not independent thinkers. That's what that dude does. He's repeating shit that he has heard other people say.
I don't know why always these PBC fanboys bring the UFC. I don't know why they bring the UFC.
I don't know
Totally
why.
different sports.
I'm gonna tell you why, because some of them LDBC guys made a connection between how Dana White runs the PBC as its own independent promotional outfit, and they want to correlate that to boxing, not realizing that, look, UFC fighters are not ranked alongside fighters from other federations, whereas in boxing, that is the case. PBC, top rank, Match, Queensbury, they're all ranked alongside each other. They fight for the same belts, so you can't make that comparison.
You can't monopolize.
The leader is not Joel Duran, the Texan. I know Joel Duran personally, and he's not the leader.
Well, I don't know. I guess he has more questions. I resent him the link, but I don't know what point he's trying to make, because I, as a boxing fan, have one function, and that's to demand the fights that I want to see. And it just so happens that there's only one brand out there that consistently goes against what the fight. That's
the PBC.
That's PBC. Every other outfit, when they see that there's a demand for a fight, they make it.
And I hope they make this fight, Benavides versus Plant. I hope they make it.
Bro, I hope they make it. But you know what? If they do, it's probably going to be for another 2 years, because lest we forget, they never made Russell versus Santa Cruz, and they probably never will. They might not.
Such a shame.
They never made Thurman versus Spence. They couldn't make that dude fight Spence, bro. They couldn't make him.
Yeah, as someone living in England, right, the PBC makes no sense to me whatsoever. You can't really monopolize boxing, and it's like, oh, these are our guys, and they're on this side of the street, and we're just gonna do our thing, isolate ourselves from. No, you can't do it. It just
the only proponents of the PBC are guys in their 20s that just started watching boxing, because what they don't realize is that in the history of the sport, promoters have always worked with each other. Bob
leader is in the backstage.
Bob Aaron been around since the beginning of the time, so you feel me? You can't say that he ain't been making fights.
They didn't grow up in the 80s and well, I didn't grow up in the 70s, but I grew up in the 80s. And Don King, a Bob Arum, a Lou Duva, whoever the fuck, a Riddick Bowe's promoter, they all had to work with each other to make the big fights. That's boxing. That has always been boxing.
That's right.
It wasn't up until this PBC shit came around and people started acting like that's an alien concept. That has always been the concept. Motherfuckers ain't realized when Terrence Crawford fought Ricky Burns, that was a top-ranked matchroom card. That's promoters working with each other. That's what that was. But motherfuckers think that shit is alien. Like, oh, why? Because Al Heyman ain't nobody, bro. This PBC shit ain't been around until what, 2015?
Yo, Julius, right. The leader is in the backstage.
Oh, I got him. I see him.
Yeah.
But yo, good. What's good, man? I got real busy, but what was the question, man? It's not that I didn't want to answer it.
All right. I forgot what the question was, but go ahead. The floor is yours. Speak your piece. What is it you have to say about the PBC?
No, I just wanted to get your point of view, man. Since you know, normally in this internet shit, people take like certain different type of point of views, and I just wanted to hear yours, man.
Okay,
because
well, my point of view as a lifelong boxing fan who has been watching boxing since Julio Cesar Chavez fought Hector Camacho on paper. That's how long I've been a boxing fan. My point of view is that the PBC is disrupting boxing and going against the grain, because in boxing, when the fans tell you they want something, 9 times out of 10, any other boxing outfit makes the fight. Any and every other boxing outfit makes the fight. The PBC is the only outfit that I've ever seen in the history of boxing that will ignore what the fans are telling them they want to see. It's the only one I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yo, but Ring IQ, don't you think the PBC has given you the best fights in 2019?
No.
What?
No.
Are you serious, bro?
No.
Hold
No.
on. I'm gonna ask you. Do you think I want to see Yordenis Ugas versus Mike Dallas?
Nope.
No, I'm talking about 2019, man. I'm talking about
What
the whole
it? Oh,
year.
you think I want
2019.
to? Okay, you think I want to see what was it? Lara versus Gachet? You think I want to see that?
Come on, man. They
People
gave you
tell
Spence
us- you
Porter.
think
They
people
gave you Ortiz Wilder, man. What are you talking about, man? They've been giving you great fights.
Nobody wanted
Man,
to
nobody
see
asking
Ortiz
for
Wilder.
Ortiz Wilder too.
Nobody was, and that's
Nobody
the other
wanted to
thing.
see
Nobody was asking for those.
And then it was on free TV, bro. It was on Fox, man.
What was on free TV, bro? What was on free
The
TV?
PBC.
What was on free TV? What fight are you talking about?
The Jason Rosario versus what the fuck was his name is J Rock was on Fox, man.
Is Jason Rosario supposed to be a big name?
I'm saying it was a good fight, man. If you're a boxing fan, you
me-
should know, man.
Yo, you telling me, I know him, but you telling me I'm supposed to be thankful that Julian Williams fought Jason Rosario? Who is Jason Rosario? His name don't ring bells in my country. So I'm like, what is he talking about? Jason Rosario name don't ring bells. Jason Rosario name don't ring bells in Washington Heights, where it's a bunch of Dominicans.
Man, and Julius is from Dominican. He's Dominican, and he didn't even know Rosario. That's how unknown Rosario was.
Well, that's what the PBC was, bro. It makes mainstream names, man. It's building fighters.
What point, the leader? What point are you trying to make, dog? You have
all I'm trying to say.
Hold on. You have, aside from me, you have 3 people that's telling you the same thing. So what is your point?
No, all I'm trying to give you is a different point of view, man, and just wondering if you could see that point of view that I'm trying to give you, man.
No, how old are you? How old are you?
Elementary, bro. It's elementary though, bro. You.
How old are you, Delita? How old are you?
I'm 21, bro.
What did I just say? What did I just say, Mob?
Yeah,
bro. What did I just say?
I already know. That's why I said
Yeah.
This is not D, homie. This is not D. This is Ring IQ. He know his shit. So when you come here, you better know your shit, bro.
I'm not gonna disrespect you.
Hey, bro. I don't want to.
Listen, bro. I'm not gonna violate you because I don't think that's necessary. But I literally just told them before you walked in here that the only proponents of the PBC are young guys in their 20s, because people like me that have been following this sport forever never saw no dumb shit like this. Now, I don't know what it is about the PBC that you like so much, but I could tell you that boxing outfits have always worked with each other, and it's never been different. The PBC is the only outfit that tries not to work with other outfits, and that's why old people like me don't like them.
Yeah, bro, but you gotta be acceptable to change, man. Like the world changes, bro. Not everything's gonna be the same, man.
You don't have to like it.
Boxing didn't change, bro. Boxing didn't change. Like, what do you?
You remember when boxing was on ABC, bro? You remember when it was on free TV?
Wide World of Sports. What about it?
That's what I'm saying. The PBC is bringing it back, bro.
Speaking, what are they bringing back, bro? Like, are you trying to troll me or what is it? Because I'm like, what kind of responses are these? What are they bringing back?
He's muted.
He muted himself.
He's gone.
I didn't mute him. He muted himself.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Bro, I'm be trying to tell you, Ring. I be trying to tell you, bro. When I be in these other chats, I'll be like, bro, y'all don't want it with Ring, bro. He know his shit, and niggas don't make sense. That's why I be like, man, y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all be arguing.
You know what he's expecting me to do? He's expecting me to like curse him out or call him names when I'm like, nah, we could talk boxing, bro. But you not, the kid is not telling me nothing. Feel me? Like you not iterating nothing to me. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you word for word why I don't like them, and I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not calling you out your name, keeping it a bean, being nice. But that's why I don't like them. And he has no rebuttal to that. Like, he has no, like, what is there to rebuttal, bro? If I want to see Spence versus Crawford now, and I can't because somebody in the PBC office won't let it happen, then I'm not going to like PBC. It's that simple.
Simple.
Yep.
It's that simple. Why? I'm a boxing fan. I'm not I'm not fucking
Common
Errol
sense.
Spence. I'm not Errol Spence. I'm not none of them guys. No, I'm a boxing fan, and I want to see a certain fight. And because of these guys, I can't see it. So I'm not going to like these guys because y'all keep doing that shit to me. I wanted to see Rigo fight fucking Leo Santa Cruz. Y'all ain't let it happen. I wanted
Oh, the leader is in the backstage again. You let him in again or no?
I mean, I let him in. No, he's not in the backstage.
Okay. Okay, leader.
But yeah, like I wanted to see Peter Quillen versus Korobov because Korobov was a highly touted amateur. Did y'all let me see that fight? No, y'all did not. I want to see Jamal Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. Is y'all gonna let me see that fight? No, y'all not. Before Marcus Brown got beat by Jean Pascal, what y'all tried to do? Y'all tried to sell me some fucking Pascal versus Brown. I ain't want to see that shit. I ain't want to see that dumb shit. Now y'all doing a circle jerk with a fake belt that's not a real belt. That's not a real belt. Everybody know that. So no, now what y'all got at 147? You got Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, don't want to fight nobody but Manny Pacquiao. Bro, all three of y'all can't fight him. All three of y'all can't fight him. So what y'all gonna do? Wait around for him to make a decision? I do
No,
not
man. No.
You know what I'm saying? I do not like your brand of boxing because no other brand of boxing does this cockamamie bullshit. No other brand. Top ranked guys is willing to fight Golden Boy fighters. Golden Boy fighters is willing to fight Matchroom fighters. Matchroom fighters are willing to fight Orlais fighters and Queensbury fighters. Lest we forget, Demetrius Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders got done, didn't it? That shit got done. It didn't happen.
Right.
Billy Joe Saunders had that nasal spray shit. But before that, the contract got signed, bro. Everybody is willing to work with everybody except the PBC. So I don't like your brand. Your brand sucks. You put on a halfway decent fight that cost $75.
And I know it's nothing against their fighters. It's against the brand because I really believe Caleb Plant wants to fight Benavides and vice versa.
Exactly.
But
And
PBC doesn't want to make the fight.
I'm glad that you brought up Caleb Plant because I say it all the time that I wish Caleb Plant would leave them. And I wish David Benavidez would leave them. Why? Because I know another outfit will let me see more of these fighters on a regular basis. But with the PBC, look, they got a prospect in Tuksat Nyambar. Nyambar has not had a fight in a year. He only 11-0. What are y'all doing? How you going to turn a prospect into an inactive fighter and send him on a vacation for 12 months? The PBC is the only outfit that I know of that I've ever seen do some goofy ass shit. Like imagine if you had Shakur Stevenson sitting out for a year.
Oh yeah.
11-0. Or you had Devin Haney sitting out while he 11-0. Like if you had Teofimo Lopez sitting out for a year, not fighting nobody and nothing for 12 months. What type of goofball shit is that? And only the PBC does this. They're the only ones that do that kind of funny. I've never seen no other boxing outfit do that goofy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't like the work ethic of PBC, and I think they have pretty solid fighters. But if they don't fight each other, it's nonsense.
It is, and what I noticed is that I said it in my last live. The good news is that they stable is thinning out. That's the good news. They running out of fighters. They signed Ray Vargas, which was a good signing. They signed a couple other guys, but you see they bringing up these old motherfuckers like Brandon Rios and James Kirkland, and they brought back Rocky Martinez, so Gamboa would have somebody to knock out. Y'all really running out of fighters over there. Why? Because y'all not boxing guys over there. Al Heyman is not a boxing guy. He's a fucking music guy. That motherfucker don't know nothing about grooming fighters. Why you think he got a prospect sitting around for a year?
It's like when JC tried to make boxing fights.
That's like when 50 Cent tried to be a promoter.
Yeah.
You're not a boxing guy. Like if you was a boxing guy, you would know you can't have a fucking prospect sitting around not fighting for a fucking year. You're supposed to be bringing him along, but y'all not bringing him along. I don't know what's going to happen. You got a world champion that been a world champion for 5 years. This man fight once a year. No wonder he don't have a buzz. He fight once a year.
Yeah, man, pretty sad, and they're letting their primes go away.
I mean, you got a lot of good fighters in there that wasted a lot of good years on that side of the street. A lot of good fighters that they 20s done came and went. They done came and went. And
Man, Wilder's in his mid 30s, and he hasn't even unified one belt.
think about it. This man has been a pro fighter since 2008. 2008. 43 professional contests. Has not unified shit. You have been around for Vitaly, for Vlad, for Martin. Charles Martin was on your side of the street. He was
Still didn't
on the
happen.
PBC side. You didn't fight him? Like, bro, who the fuck have you been fighting, bro? Who?
But he's supposed to be the most skilled boxer though. With
Yeah, like I ain't even get mad at him for that. I'm like, yo, you know what? You a fighter, so I dig it. I understand. You got to think that. I don't agree with you, but I understand. I do understand. But it's goofball shit like that I'm like, bro, the PBC is not a good brand, dog. Like, really, if you a true blue boxing fan, no, you don't fuck with them. Of course not. No other boxing outfit I've ever seen in my life do the dumb shit they do. None.
And right now the biggest star in PBC is Pacquiao, and he's
Exactly.
41 years and he's 41 years old.
The guy who is literally moving the most pay-per-views, and nobody has to believe me. Check the numbers.
Yeah.
The highest selling pay-per-view that the PBC has put on so far has been Pacquiao versus Thurman. That's the one that sold the most. That's some corny shit when the most selling guy that you got is an old top rank fighter. An old top rank fighter is selling more pay-per-views for you than any of the fighters you had. That's ridiculous, bro.
It just shows that their business model doesn't work. It's like they're trying to build all these stars without them fighting each other, and so nobody ends up being the standout pay-per-view star. So, like you said, they had to take a top-ranked fighter and make them,
And now he's the centerpiece of their entire welterweight division. He is literally their.
He only got one more fight though, right? They only got one more fight over there.
Well, that's the story, that Pacquiao has one more fight and then his contract is up, at which point he could cross the street somewhere else or retire.
Right. Exactly.
But that goes to show y'all took Golden Boy's whole stable and didn't know what the fuck to do with it. That's what that showed. That's what that y'all took a whole stable of fighters and you didn't know how to groom them. You didn't know how to bring them along. You just didn't know how to build them up. And now all y'all doing is chasing around the same motherfucker for the last 15 years, Manny fucking Pacquiao. That's ridiculous, bro. In the time that this has happened, Terrence Crawford has become a name. Vasyl Lomachenko has become a name. Anthony Joshua has become a name. Fucking Tyson Fury has made himself a name. Before it was even about Wilder and Fury. Remember, Fury beat Vlad. At a time when Wilder don't want to fight Vlad, Fury beat Vlad. If you look at that shit and you think about how they had like a whole stable of fighters that you could build their brand and build them up, you got a good starting point. And y'all fucked it up basically because y'all still chasing around Manny Pacquiao. He the last generation's fighter, not this generation's fighter. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna answer your question.
You already know, man. They be on bullshit though, man.
I'm gonna answer your question, real spit. The only divisions that PBC has a hold of is 147 and 154. 168 has two other champions that are not PBC fighters. 175, all the champions up there is not PBC fighters. Cruiserweight, the only PBC fighter up there is Andrew Tabiti. He don't even got a belt. The heavyweight division is abundant around the world.
Andrew Tabiti was the guy that just lost to Dorticos.
Mm-hmm. That got knocked out by Dorticos. People be thinking that the PBC stable is mad deep, and I literally don't know why they think that, because you can literally see what fighters they have in every weight class, and they don't have a lot of fighters in every weight class. At 118 and 122, they got damn near nothing. But y'all got Rigo and Luis Neri. Neither one of them has a real belt. Neither one of them. At 126, y'all got Gary Russell.
Yeah, so.
At one, if you go lower, they have even less. The only divisions where they have most of the talent is 147, which is okay, fine. 147 is one of the glamour weights, so we have to acknowledge that. But 154 is not one of the glamour weights. It's not. Never has been. 154 is the welterweight. What super middleweight is the middleweight. It's one of them weight classes that motherfuckers don't watch that much, man.
Yeah, agree. I think super middleweight is even more unpopular than 154.
It is because you got Callum Smith, and he was in the World Boxing Super Series. You got Billy Joe Saunders, but more importantly, El Canelo is about to land that super middleweight, so you know it's about to be on and popping. That's the face of boxing, bro.
Yeah.
His gate did 2 times the amount of money that Wilder's gate did. These motherfuckers don't check the numbers. I think Canelo's shit was like 8 million at the gate. Wilder did 4 million at the gate.
Yeah, that's I think that the problem with Wilder, well, his fight against Fury, I think is gonna do better numbers than the Ortiz rematch. I believe.
I believe that too. I believe it'll do better numbers than the Ortiz rematch, but I don't believe for a second that it's going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys.
Oh, of course not. I heard one idiot on one of these channels saying, yeah, it's going to do 2 million, 1.5. I think
I don't think so.
Delusional.
Maybe just over a mil, maybe.
Nah, I don't even think that, bro. And I'm not being typical.
800K. Maybe.
I think maybe 500 to 600.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, sounds more logic. Yeah.
And that's being generous. Like really, that's being generous because the
real numbers might be like 450, and they might push it up to about 500. You feel me? Some shit like that.
I could see them doing 5 because Pacquiao did 5. The problem is that's Manny Pacquiao we're talking about, bro. Motherfuckers love him. Like motherfuckers still love him. Motherfuckers don't love Wilder. Like who?
Do you think the 1 million mark is something that just won't happen again in this day and age?
Not with one of their fighters. Not with one of their fighters. There's other, like, let me put it to you this way. Let's say that Mikey Garcia versus Vasyl Lomachenko was going to be a real thing, and it would have been built up to this point, right? That they didn't fight, but the pay-per-view finna happen. I think that could have been $1 million pay-per-view because Mikey would have had the Mexican fans behind him. He would have had them like, yeah, Mikey gonna knock this motherfucker out if they would have built it up right. But they didn't build it up at all. They told Mikey, look, we know you want to be on pay-per-view. We know you just went to see Vasyl Lomachenko, so this is what we're going to do for you. We'll put you on pay-per-view if you fight Errol Spence. If you lose, they'll say you were little. If you win, you become a legend. What do you
here in Mexico, Mikey Garcia has a big fan base in Michoacán.
There you go. And he has a lot of the Chicano fans too. Everybody knows that Mikey, I'm not going to say he sold all the tickets because I don't know that. But what I figure is Mikey sold a lot of tickets. He helped to sell that fight. Why else would they have Errol Spence fighting a guy who last fight was at 135? Why else? Because he helped sell a fight.
Hey, Julius, guys, who you got in the fight between Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas?
I don't know. Okay, Vargas is on. I don't want to talk up Vargas. Like, oh, he this and that. It's just that Vargas is tall. Vargas has been in wars. Vargas has more
experience. Long reach too.
Yeah, and he fought better guys at 147 than Mikey did. Mikey has not done nothing at 147 that I should look at the fight like, yeah, Mikey gonna win. I don't know that, bro. Mikey ain't done nothing up there. The only saving grace that he got Jesse Vargas, he don't hit that hard. So perhaps Mikey will open up more in this fight and put punches together. But Vargas is still bigger than him, man. Still got.
I don't even think Mikey Garcia is a 147 fighter.
Oh no, he's way too small.
Yeah, he's pretty small,
I believe.
His ceiling is 140. His ceiling is 1, and even at 140, like, look, Baronchik would be a little bit of a dangerous fight for Mikey at 140 if you think about it. Josh Taylor, that's a dangerous ass fight for Mikey at 140.
Progress.
Shit, Regis
Ramirez.
would be
Yeah,
a big
progress.
fight.
Yeah, progress. I
too.
was thinking progress. Progress for me is the most dangerous fight for Mikey style wise.
And remember that Regis and Mikey is not that far apart in height, so that's a shootout. That's a shootout. That's not, oh, I'm gonna fight you long distance and keep you at the end of my jab. No, you gonna be right there for Regis's punches.
Mhm.
Y'all almost eye level.
Could be. Yeah, maybe.
Those are all dangerous fights for Mikey right there at 140. So imagine 147 with these guys. It's like it's nothing against Mikey because I'm actually a fan of Mikey. So it's
Yeah,
not.
Mikey can box.
Yeah, Mikey could box like
I don't like Mikey.
he's good. I like his up jab. I've always been a fan of his up jab. I've always liked it that he shoot his jab like it's a fucking uppercut. Motherfuckers don't see it and it splits the guard. I love his up jab.
Well, we'll see his fight against Jesse Vargas how he does. I hope he wins, but they're gonna feed Mikey to Pacquiao, and I don't like that fight.
Maybe they feed Mikey to Pacquiao. Maybe they might because the PBC. Like you got to remember too, it's desperate times over there. They might try to tell Manny like, "Yo, please fight Errol. Please fight Errol. Please be his next fight."
Yeah.
Shit. Because look, Danny Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao, it's actually not a bad fight, right? It's not I don't even think that's a bad fight. I don't think that. It's just that all right, Errol's the one with the buzz. Errol's the one that has some fans. I'm not gonna say he got a whole lot of fans, but he got fans more than Danny.
If Manny and Danny Garcia fight, who you got? Garcia or Manny?
That's the thing. Danny got a good chin. He got good counter punches. That's the sneaky shit. It's a funny thing about Manny, Danny, and Thurman that Manny did better against Thurman than Danny did. You could argue that because he actually dropped that motherfucker. But when Danny Danger,
I like Manny in that fight, man. I like Manny, bro.
Danny got that
fight.
Danny
I
got
don't think Garcia is the same, bro, as he was at 140.
he got
at
that
147.
he got that bitch ass eyes closed left hook, man. Like that shit is not a joke, man. That hook hurt. You see, he hit fucking Thurman on the elbow, and he took a 2-year hiatus from getting hit on the elbow. Not a game out here with the no look hook, man. But
who you think
Yeah,
is gonna
Manny
be
got
the
angles, though. Manny got a lot of angles.
who do you think is going to be the next undisputed 140 champ? Josh Taylor or Jose Carlos Ramirez?
De verdad, Ramirez tiene chance, pero that's a fight. Look, that's
I
a
like
fight.
Josh Taylor.
That's a fight that I can't sit on no one pick because they got the same sweet spot. They both could take a punch. They both hit hard than a son of a bitch. That's one of them shits where it's like, dog, just pick who you like because it's a 50-50 fight.
Oh yeah.
It's a 50-50.
I only say that because Hooker was doing pretty good versus him in the early rounds. You feel me? It just got that power, just overpowered Hooker at the late rounds, and I seen
he was eating them shits though, bro. Like, and Hooker hit hard, and Hooker ate them shits like sandwiches. Like, fuck that shit. I'm still coming for him.
But do you think Taylor hit harder than Hooker though?
I'm gonna say it's not that he hit harder, it's that he got that chin that he could take a punch. Because he could take a punch, he could walk through a punch and hit you with a punch that you don't see. And those is the ones that get you out of there, the ones you don't see. Because Hooker was busting him up, and I'm like, damn, B.
But will Hooker, Maurice Hooker will still be in 140, or he's going up to 147?
I think he's gonna stay at 140 because they talking about making a fight between him and Regis, and he said if he can't get Regis, then he want to fight Josh. So I think he's gonna stay at 40.
Okay.
And which is good because if he went up to 47, ain't nobody gonna fight him. PBC has most of the welterweights. They not gonna fight him. Not because he's scary, not because of this or that, but just because he's not a PBC fighter.
Well, Maurice Hooker saying he's going to fight Prograis. And then Josh Taylor, like Prograis is no joke.
He not like it's not like Regis lost the fight by much. It wasn't a shutout.
It was close.
It was close. So if it's Regis and Maurice, I'm leaning a little bit towards Regis.
What do you think, Bob? Regis or Morris?
Who you got, Mob? Regis or Hooker?
Shit, based off of seeing that he couldn't take Ramirez punches in the late rounds, I say Regis, man. But it'll be a good fight up into about, I say about the 11th or maybe 12th. I see Hooker not being able to really last that long after them big bombs, bro. Regis throw some bombs, bro. You see that eye on Josh Taylor? I mean, he won the fight, but did you see this fucking eye, bro? Like,
Bro,
his shit was like swollen.
His fucking eye was shut like on some Rocky 2 shit, like cut me back. That's that shit. Like his shit was legit shut. And Regis not for nothing.
That's why I say, man.
Regis got a chin. That's another thing. Hooker. It's not just that the guy hit hard. It's that Regis could take a punch because he took some hard shots and he stayed in there. He didn't stop fighting.
And Josh Taylor hits hard.
He did.
Yeah.
A hard hitter.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, I'm gonna say
Regis
this Regis and Maurice, I'm leaning towards Regis, man.
I think Josh Taylor face ended the worst because his eyes, his left or right eye, I don't remember, look gruesome.
I remember his right eye was shut, bro. Like his shit was completely shut.
Yeah, and that was Regis. Regis did that to Josh Taylor.
What I think it is that, and it's not even like a deficiency. It's just that Regis is accustomed to getting a little bit more respect when he lands a hard shot, and Josh was able to eat the shots. So that's a little bit. It was a little bit awkward for Regis. But the good thing is that Regis never stopped fighting. It's not like he just stopped throwing punches to admire his work. Like, bing, I land a hard shot, and I'm gonna just wait for something to happen. Like, nah, he kept fighting. It's just Josh is a busier fighter. He throw more punches, whereas Regis is used to like, I land a shot and a motherfucker usually go down. This motherfucker don't want to go down. He trying to out muscle me and out hustle me, and he throwing these short punches on the inside. So to the judges, he looked more busy than me because he throwing more. But like I said, it was competitive.
That's why I say that. That's why I say that Ryan do a good job versus Tank, because that's how I see Tank. He really be trying to look for that one shot, and he don't really be mixing it up. You feel me? And I think Ryan got good combos, so I think that's a good comparison. You feel me? When it comes to, like you said, reaching big shots and used to getting respect, because that's how he did with Gamboa, and he usually seen that, damn, this motherfucker ain't going down, so I gotta go all 12 rounds. That's why he look bad. You feel me? Because the niggas just be looking for that one big ass shot. That's why it's gonna take somebody with combinations and footwork to really be Wilder and really be able to get to the inside. But I say body work, man. That's the best place to start. You feel me? To take away that power.
Motherfuckers don't usually go to Wilder's body because I don't know. It's like they know he hit hard, so they get careful with him. But you got to rough him up because you running the same risk of getting knocked out on the inside as you are on the outside. If anything, you running less risk of getting knocked out on the inside because he got to extend his arm to get that knockout out there, that knockout shot. He got to get full extension on the punch. On the inside, he can't do that. Not if you smothering him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Who you got in the rematch of Fury versus Wilder? Personally, I have Fury because he has like the better boxing skills, but who knows? Wilder hits real hard.
My judgment is clouded on that fight because I don't want Wilder to win that fight. But I would be lying if I said.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. I'm at Westgate, bro, and I'm trying to put down money on it, and I'm just like, fuck, bro. The odds didn't change from 105 from Wilder back to 115. I'm just like, fuck, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like up in the air with it because Wilder can knock him out again, but then again, man, Fury can get up. But it just depends on Fury mindset. That's what it's gonna come down to. What type of mindset is we?
That the who you call it, the the numbers at the casino, the odds.
Oh, what the odds? It's almost money.
They change after the weigh-in.
Yeah, they changed. It was minus 105 Wilder. and it was minus 115 Fury, and now I'm looking
And
at my
after
phone
the
and it said
weigh-in,
minus
the weigh-in will
115 and
change
minus
again.
105.
But
It might
that sound damn near- it's almost even money. It's not a
even.
safe
Yeah,
bet when the
yeah. That's it's pretty much even. That's the first time I ever seen a boxing match like that since I've been betting William Hill for the last 4 years. So I bet all the time, and that's the only fight that I ever seen in a boxing match that's that damn close. So that just tell you, man. But like I said, as far as us knowing boxing, it just depends on the mindset that Fury come in. You feel me? He can't come in bullshit, and he got to come in straight. But switching his trainer is
I
the
mean,
only thing that I'm really concerned about.
You know
You
why
feel me?
I don't like I wouldn't like Wilder to win because he's going to keep that belt hostage another 3 years.
at the
Oh, of
end of the
course,
day, even if Fury's,
of course. We want him to lose
I feel
the
Fury
belt.
means
It's
business.
just
I feel that Fury means business, that he really does want to knock him out. It's just that even if that's the case, even if that's true, you running the risk of being knocked out. If you sit on your punches with this guy or you stand in front of him too much trying to land something hard, yeah, you could get caught.
Because I like Wilder as a fighter and as a
true.
person, but I don't like the PBC work ethic. And I know if Wilder wins, even when if Wilder wants, I don't think he wants to fight Joshua. But even if he wants to fight Joshua, the PBC won't make that fight.
I'm gonna
Look,
say,
Michael Montero, he said that personally from both outfits, as far as Tower Rank and PBC, they hoping that the fight go long. If the fight go longer, like past 7-8 rounds, and Fury still trying to have a rubber match. But if Wilder blow him out within the first 4 rounds, they're not gonna want to have that fight. So that's what I heard. You feel me from a dude who say he talked to
Yeah, yeah,
both parties. So they want to have the rep both parties want to
man,
have.
that's
So
crazy.
however the fight is going
bro,
to happen.
everybody forgot last year that I forgot whose quote it was. It was either I think it was Shelly Finkel that they said the Joshua fight is off the table until 2021.
Oh my God.
I'm dead ass. Like, bro, I did a video on it in 2019.
Right.
Like, yo, that fight is off the table till 2021. We got a plan for Wilder.
And I think right now Wilder and Fury are laughing their asses off because they are cashing out on a rubber match.
I think Wilder probably laughing a little more than Fury. Fury see what kind of money he could retire on that Joshua fight. Wilder, I'm convinced that he don't want that fight. I'm so like, bro, you don't want that fight. This bullshit don't happen. This kind of bullshit don't happen when a motherfucker want to fight. All this bullshit, it don't happen, bro. Motherfuckers offered you $100 million motherfucking dollars, bro. If you really in your heart as a fighter believe that you gonna knock this man out, you'd have just took that bread and that would have been it. They not letting you take that bread because unless it's a Fox pay-per-view, they not gonna let you have that fight.
That's right. Hey, señores, I have to go because
Just
my
like you
battery is
said,
pretty
Fox
low.
is not going to
So
invest that type
thanks.
of money. You feel what I'm saying? Fox is not going to give that guaranteed money like the
Exactly.
zone is. You feel me?
Exactly.
I have to go, my friends. My battery is pretty low. So see you later.
All right, talk to you later. It boils down to they using two different models to get to the money. Fox wants to stage pay-per-views. What's the problem? Fox is not going to put up 85 mil guaranteed to a UK guy that never sold a pay-per-view in America. They not going to do it. They not going to do it. The Zone will put up the kind of money that Wilder makes, but they don't want to take it because they want a Fox pay-per-view. This is stupid shit. That's why I'm like, yo, bro, them fucking guys fuck around, don't fight. That's reality. They fuck around, don't fight. Anyway, that's all for today, folks. It's been a
For
good
sure,
live.
man. I'll get with you on the next live, folks. But good looking, man. I appreciate the fact that you let me come on, man. And like I said, I fuck with you, bro. You got good content, man. You're the best thing popping on YouTube.
Much appreciated, all right? To all a good night.
All right, bro.